What is going on, All Terrain Nation? Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, you know the drill. It does matter what you drive tonight because this is Bronco Talk Live, and I'm your host, David Boyd. And so, I may feel a little hungover. It's because of SEMA and hanging out with some crazy people. So let's go ahead and bring this crazy group of people in. So, as you can see, we've got Coderman and the Pickens party of two tonight. We can't say party of five tonight. But what is going on, everybody?
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
So let's get into this right away. I had booked my trip for SEMA months ago, and Coderman, you were like, "Hey, I just got the go ahead where I can get in." Like a couple days before the event, and Pickens, you guys had been working it behind the scenes a little bit. You guys are celebrities though, so I'm sure you had your people contact their people and so on.
Oh yeah, my assistant. Yeah.
But so Coderman, tell me your story. How did you get to SEMA right away?
So I just have a bunch of friends that were going, and I got FOMO really bad, right? So I saw all the Broncos coming out on social media, and I'm like, I need to be there. So I just reached out to them and was like, hey, how do I get in? And they're like, well, sign up and we'll see if we can get you in. It's kind of short notice. It was a week before I was supposed to fly out, and sure enough, I was able to get it done.
I know you'd hit me up and you were like, hey man, I'll be there, and I was like, what? I was like, well, cool, because I like meeting everybody, man. So the idea of getting to meet anybody of who I've talked to in person is awesome. But so Pickens, Chia, and H1, what we have to call him H1 because there's Matt 1 and Matt 2.
Yeah.
We had to separate the Matt somehow. So you're H1 Pickens H1, and then we got H2 up there. But how did you guys? What brought you to SEMA? Because like you guys are kind of relatively new to the YouTube game. Like it was when you told me you were going, I was like, wow, that caught me off guard because you guys do a lot of travel vlogs, stuff like that. And I was like, what are they going to bring to the table? And I was amazed at what you guys brought to the table. But what got you there?
We just applied as media. We got approved. And then a couple weeks later, I applied for a social media correspondent for SEMA. Mm-hmm. And then I got approved for that like a week before the SEMA trip. So that kind of opened up a lot of doors for us at SEMA. But yeah, it was just, I think, luck.
I know it opened up one door because we saw like at the 4-wheel parts booth, me and Coderman were sitting there, and suddenly the Diesel brothers popped by, and like you went right to the front of the line. I was like, oh, man, this power couple they got the power, man.
So I got a nickname from that event too, Petrol Pickens, because of my Super Duty being gas powered. Wasn't sure if they were making fun of me or, but so, hey, I'll take it.
So they definitely gave you some grief about that one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, so we all, like, we didn't arrange anything as far as, like, we all text each other and was like, hey, it'd be cool to meet up, get a selfie, whatever. And me and Coderman met up for SEMA, and I was in the middle of Bronco Nation. I mean, literally at Bronco Nation, and walking around, and Matt, or H2, I should say. Coderman, it was kind of difficult to find each other because this place is freaking huge.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think I don't even understand how long it took us. Like, what are you near? The Bronco. Well, that's not a good descriptor. What are you near? Oh, this wing, that wing. I mean, I think it took us 15 to 20 minutes of trying to actually triangulate where either one of us was.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of a nightmare. But I had to rush because I had to get to Toyota, had a press conference, and I was like, hey, you want to come along? And you were like, sure. But man, if you guys have ever seen the convention center in Vegas, the place is freaking huge. It's the biggest place I've ever seen to hold anything like this. And we didn't realize there was a Tesla shuttle. So half of the event, or half the day I was there, was like a nightmare of running back and forth to each event. And then Matt, we found that Tesla ride. If my wife was here, she would talk about how cool that was. But
that was cool.
So the Tesla tunnel itself is 1.74 miles under the convention center.
You're right.
So that's all the steps we were saving jumping on that thing once we found it on Wednesday.
Well, I know I walked 9 miles or something like that, and I bet you guys walked way more than we did.
Yeah, I think the first day was over 10 miles, and then the second day it was, I think, 11 miles.
Well, the first day went into the next day. Mm-hmm. So we woke up and we already met our step goal for Wednesday.
Well, we're going to get into the nighttime.
It was 8 a.m. and my phone or my watch started vibrating and it said step goal met at 8 a.m. I'm like, how is that possible? I just got to bed.
Well, it's probably an Android watch. That's probably how that happened.
Oh, thanks.
No,
Burn.
my iPhone did too. It was like, congratulations, you've met your goal. I'm like, sweet, I woke up. This is awesome.
But so for those that have only dreamed of going to SEMA, this was all three of us' first time being there. I've said it in several chats. I've had chances to go before, and I've just been like, eh. But this, like I think H2 down there said, this was going to be the year of the Bronco, and there was no way I could miss the year of the Bronco. And guys, I couldn't believe what was there, 97
Yes,
Broncos?
97 of them.
And I didn't get to see everyone, but I know Pickens, you tried to stream every one of them.
I did, and I failed, but I tried.
I didn't go back and watch the video to count how many we hit, but it was an hour and 47 minutes of constant running, and we probably hit a third of them.
Yeah.
So, it's crazy.
And I tried to watch that stream, and I was like, look, man, I've seen all these. I hate to be rude, but I've got something
I don't
to do.
blame you. I would have
the worst.
slept.
That's the worst thing about the videos. Even now, editing my own videos, right? I'm like, I've seen all these. Hasn't everyone else seen all these? Like, what do I do?
Yep, exactly.
Right. So Coder Man, what was your first impression of this? Because none of us met before this. So you're kind of walking in there kind of blind. It was kind of a pain in the butt. Where the buses would drop you off was nowhere near for me the press media area. And I think we were texting a little bit going, where do you go? And I'm like, I don't know how to tell you where to go here.
Yeah, so I know I was trying to ask you, like, where are you picking up your badge? And
Yeah.
It turns out that wasn't enough information. And then someone told me where to go. I go there, and there's literally a sign that says, not this year, go here. And of course, it wasn't like, 2 doors down.
Yeah.
It was half a mile through another building.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was fun.
I know the ladies out front that were trying to guide me and Kelly, they were kind of fighting within each other of like how to tell somebody to get to this place. And I'm like, is there a map? And finally one of the ladies stepped up and said, hey, I'm taking you guys because there's no way I can just describe, and then security was pretty tight there. I will say, like, they weren't letting people, I know in the past some people have snuck through a little bit to get into the event, but like you had to show your badge. It was pretty tight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially if you had a backpack.
Yes.
That was fun going from building to building.
Yes.
Because it was never like TSA pre-flight where you're like, I've already done this 6 times. Like, nothing's changed.
Yes.
But here I am again.
And you meet that one pissed off dog that had to sniff your bag,
Yep.
I know for me, like getting there, like Vegas is Vegas. Like if you've ever been, the gambling doesn't really excite me. I'm like, and I like to gamble, but I'm just like, for me, this was strictly a business trip. It was me and Kelly were there, I think less than 36 hours, something like that. So we were in and out real quick. And, I had to get there and get as much content as I could do, where you guys had a little more chill time to, some of us schmooze with Han from Fast and the Furious, or whether it be the Diesel Brothers or whatever. I was totally jealous of you guys, and we were all texting back and forth after me and Kelly, long ass flight to get home. But it was killing me how much like you guys were having all this fun. I was like, next year, there's no way I'm not in and out, man. I'm going to explore Vegas a little more.
Yeah, I remember we were walking. It was like 4 p.m. The show's about to close. And I'm like, yeah, let's figure out where we're going to meet up tomorrow. And you're like, yeah, I'm flying home tomorrow morning. I'm like, this is my first time at SEMA, but who does SEMA in one day? Like, there's just so much to see.
There was, and it's I've been told many times that, hey, there's so much to take in. You really, you could probably do the whole week and really not see everything. And I will say definitely that you can run through it kind of like what we did many times, but you don't see everything. You start missing. I know there were some people asking me, hey, did you see the new headlights that I forget the company that came out with the Halo headlights?
Ryan, I think it was.
Or Oracle.
But I was like, no. Well, for one, I kind of look past the Brodozer stuff. So I'm looking for serious off-road equipment. And that's no offense to anybody if you like that. It's just I tend to look past that stuff. So I was looking at bumpers, sliders, any kind of some heavy-duty stuff like that. And you literally missed a lot of things. If you did not pay attention, you missed a lot of things. And, of course, Pickens down there got their pickings of all the cool people to talk to. And we met up with you guys. Y'all were at the 4-wheel parts booth, and I think it was kind of by accident, wasn't it, Coder Man? Like, we didn't know where they were and just happened to be there.
Yeah, we weren't like stalking them or anything. We just were walking through the West Hall,
Right.
And we saw them, yeah, over by the Four Wheel Pirates, actually just doing an interview. And I think we kind of thought of crashing it, but at that point we'd never met, right? So like
Yeah.
you don't know
Yeah.
what personalities are going to be like.
Well,
so we just
between-
kind of waited.
Between them and then me and you tried to do a walk around video of that two-door, and then Bronco Nation, Jordan of Bronco Nation. Anytime I went to film a Bronco, somehow they were right in my way, and I didn't want to stir up, a hornet's nest there of like, hey, dude, I was here first. But,
Well, I just want to add, I beat Bronco Nation to interview Catherine.
Nice.
So that makes you feel better.
Well, it does, because seriously, like there was a couple times me and Coderman were going to do something, and they were right in our way every time, man. And,
The DZ booth, we were
Yes.
actually getting a demo, and he literally walked over and started filming.
yeah, I'm like, really, man? Like, you guys, yes, you're Bronco Nation, you're Ford. I get it. You have kind of you're gonna get the stuff probably for what I will, but like, just be cool, man. But I also, doing these press things, you have to kind of be aggressive. And Pickens down there was super aggressive. You guys were like, you took
You mean-
no BS, man. Like, you guys were like, hey, back the F off. This is mine right now. And you guys did amazing with all that, I have to say.
Thank you. But you've totally beat us with videos at the moment. I have about 20 videos to edit right now.
I
I
probably
don't want to
still,
talk about it.
I probably still have like 6 or so more that I could put out, but I was trying to do quick hit stuff because some of it you need to be first. And I think it's probably something you guys definitely will learn for your next event. Like, get it out, and hopefully we all make a little bit of money doing this stuff. So you kind of got to be first on some of that. So like that light blue Bronco that was some light company, I did a video on.
Oh, the diode dynamics.
Yeah, like it was literally, I think, 2 minutes. But I kind of thought, well, maybe people sometimes they don't have time to like spend 20 minutes watching the whole here's SEMA. And I was like, I'm just going to do quick hits of in and out of these vehicles, and it seemed to do pretty well. How is y'all's coverage so far done?
I mean, we got
Nobody
a
at
couple good
once.
videos.
I mean, we don't really have many SEMA videos out because
Oh wait, this is for Matt, Coderman. How has
What?
your SEMA videos done so far?
Honestly, I have to thank you for being like, art of the perfection, just forget that. Just make content,
Yeah.
show it, be first or be interesting, like just figure something out like that. And my first video hit 1,000 views, which for me is huge for the size of my
Nice.
channel.
Nice.
In one day, and it's continued to climb. Someone actually posted it on the Bronco 6X Facebook page, and it was actually for the the fiberglass fenders.
Oh, okay.
So I was actually one of the first people to show not just a photo, but a full video
Right.
of what the fiberglass fenders were and how they looked up close, and everyone really took to that. So yeah, I just basically did that, and then I was doing shorts.
Yeah.
Shorts seemed to really hit well, and got a lot of views really fast.
Yeah, and I know you were kind of amazed that I was doing a lot of it on the phone. Like I know you, and I had my more professional equipment, but some of it I was just like, you just got to go quick, and like you were like, really? And I was like, yeah, you have to get it out. So, and I hate to, and some of the reason I think some of this you have to get out quickly is because any guy that's in there setting up the show that might be a Bronco fan, they're snapping pictures. They're kind of ruining it for the press to get in there because some of it's already old, or like, oh great, they're showing this already. And nothing against anybody that does it. I get it. Everybody wants a little attention or just to showcase this stuff. But there was a few things I was disappointed with that I was like, wow, I mean, once again, not that I'm doing this to make money, but also there's a large expense for people like us to fly out to these things to cover it, and then some of it get a little spoiled.
Not even
Yeah.
including the alcohol bill.
Oh, boy.
Right.
Well,
Right.
so that's kind of why I approached this at a different angle. I knew I wasn't going to be getting videos out every single day, but I have been prepping for this for weeks with our viewers, asking them questions, what they wanted to see, what information they wanted. So I really focused on that to answer their questions, which is why I did very thorough videos, and they're longer videos, and that's why they're not out yet, because I'm still editing them. So you guys may have gotten the the first hit, but they're going to want more information, and that's what I'm going for.
Right. No, definitely. Like, and some of it for you versus what I could do is one day you got to hit the high notes, man. And
there's no other option. I mean, you were there. I mean, it's only open for 8 hours or something like that. Like, it's unbelievable that you were able to get as much as you did in that short amount of time.
Right. Well, you guys are doing good quality, and I'm just doing videos. So
yours are great quality. I mean, I think your videos are great.
No, I'm sometimes I'm disappointed in myself. I'm just like,
we're all disappointed in ourselves sometimes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say we're all disappointed in you, and I was like, well, that's fitting.
I mean, I had my laptop on me, right? And my original game plan was to use my actual DSLR, film, go back to the hotel, edit, release a video at night.
Well, I think the Pickens family had other plans for the evening.
Yeah, it just didn't happen.
So you're gonna blame me for your?
I said family. I said family.
I'm not blaming you. He's blaming you. I'll just pile on. It's fine.
Well, first off, I want to say, Andy, thank you for that super chat. That paid for a quarter of the shot or the Jello shot that Miss Pickens over there required us all to do that night. But I'm waiting for Kelly because to get into the real meat of the night, Kelly has to be there for this, and she'll be here by the way.
Yeah, at one point we're gonna have to reveal who drank the most.
That is true.
Do you really know the answer to that?
I do.
Speaking of
based on bills, I think I would know.
Ooh,
speaking of,
you looked at the
I haven't looked at the bills, but we could all check our credit card statements.
Cheers, everybody, for one thing.
Cheers.
I am drinking a bullet bourbon tonight. I wanted to go easy. So nice. I could enjoy a lot of it.
Maybe whiskey for me.
But let's see. Rum.
Oh, she's not done yet. Hang on.
Sorry.
I'll wait.
So we're getting a lot of requests for the Chia Bronco. Should we introduce Chia, or are we waiting?
We gotta wait for some of that. I'm telling you, I hate to spoil.
Where's Amy?
She'll be here, I promise.
She texted. She's on her way.
Let me text her real quick and tell her to
They
hurry
probably.
up.
Who is Amy?
Yes, Amy was there in person.
But who is Amy? That's the question everybody's wondering.
Oh, they're gonna know who Amy is later. Let's see. Is there any questions that you guys have seen that you want to address? Let's see. Jessica says Dave's got cats. I do have cats and a noisy dog that I had to go hide away. Once again, Andy, thank you so much for that super chat. We got DeGroot X in the house. Impajo, the only fan himself, is in the house. We got John Wiederman. Let's see. Tim, Cigar Texan. Cheers, brother. Good to see you in here tonight. But let's see if I can find some of your questions or comments.
So far, there's no questions.
I know they're wanting to watch the train wreck that this is going to be. Guys, we have 82 people in the chat right now and only 27 likes. All I ask is if you smash the like button, it just helps other people find the channel. So please help us out.
The more likes we get, the more stories we'll tell.
the deeper those stories go. Let's see. Here's Cigar Texan. How was staying at the Bellagio and having to trek to the convention center? Cigar Texan says it was not bad at all. For one, the Bellagio was really nice, which is a bummer. We were all in different areas when we stayed, which obviously it wasn't planned, but that was kind of a bummer. And they had a shuttle service. SEMA knows how to put this event on. They had shuttle services. I'm assuming they had for your hotels as well. Literally, I was on this big tour bus, just me and Kelly. And we got on the bus. They're like, all right, we got to go. And I was like, wow, this is everything in Vegas is to excess, I guess. And for me to get my own tour bus was, I guess, they knew, right? They knew that ATN was in the house. But no, it was pretty cool. Other Tim Davis wants to talk the Chia Pet Bronco. Let's see. Stephen loved the Chia. I was surprised my Chia Pet video did not do better than it did because the lady that was in front of it did a great job explaining why. Me and Matt kind of walked into that blind like, what the F is this? Because it was at the freak show area, which they had what was it, a Gladiator on tractor tires.
Right, they had some crazy stuff in there.
Yeah, but this green blob was sitting there, and I was like, I like weird things. Let's see this thing. And she just went right into the story. I fired up the old camera, and the best part was at the end where she had to water it. She had to water her Bronco, which was Pickens. Did you guys get to talk to them at all?
Yes.
We did. Did we video? I don't know if we videoed.
No, we didn't interview them, but we did talk to them.
Somebody else.
It was the same story that they told you. They told us.
Wow.
Did they yell at you for touching it too aggressively?
Too aggressively?
No, because unlike Dave, I listened to them. They said back of the hand, I wasn't like Dave and
I don't recall her saying back of the hand. She
didn't tell us back of the hand. She said touch lightly.
Yes.
No. In his video.
No. What it was?
You edited it.
No.
In your video, she says.
She knew that Bronco needed a man's touch, is what it was.
So the thing about that Bronco, though, since I had to water it like every 15 minutes, the windshield gave me OCD because it was just filthy. And I would have, if I was in that booth, I'd be washing the windshield every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I wanted to see under the hood. Like, I legit wanted to see the engine bay because it has to be a travesty.
Yes, it's probably mold everywhere on that thing. But the Chia...
Right.
So gross.
I have to say, that was probably, for me, the most interesting Bronco there. Like, I mean, there was a lot of cool builds, but that one just caught me way off guard.
It was smart. I mean, it gives you something to talk about. They're going to be talked about for a while. Remember the Chia Pet Bronco?
Right. I, what was there else? There was a couple. The Rapid Red Bronco that I know you. Who was the
Bodyguard?
Bodyguard. You guys fell in love with that thing.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
That one was pretty extreme. The 4-wheel parts 2-door. I liked it. It was obviously it was all their parts, but it was just. Oh wait, ladies and gentlemen, live from softball, it is Miss Kelly Boyd. Oh wait, you gotta have your headphones. Oh, she's gotta get her headphones.
You.
Sorry, she's got to find headphones.
So there's an interesting question here from Ashley.
Get to it.
Did they have any garage door stretchers there? Did they?
I will never live that.
She actually got a lot of flack about that from random people that we ran into. Like,
no
that
way.
Saw our thirds with our names on it.
Right.
Like, oh, did they? How's the garage?
Hey, parties.
Hey.
Hey, party parts.
All right, finally, because
Sorry.
they're asking. They've been asking.
Can we finally do this now?
Yes.
Look at this. I didn't kind of make it, so I have like double Jello, the Jello.
She just wants to pour.
Got the alcohol.
All right, so before we can enter the Jello world, we have to give the story of how we got to the Jello world. So me and Kelly were running late. And,
Imagine that.
And we were what was the restaurant we were meeting at?
Guy Fieri's.
At the link.
Yeah, at the link. And sorry,
You're driving me crazy with this thing.
Well, anyway, so we were trying to find it. We were gonna take an Uber, but it was
didn't Uber because it was surge.
Right.
So we were just like, we can walk. It's a half mile. So we walked, and we got caught in traffic is really what happened. Otherwise, we'd have beat you guys there.
Yeah, and it was a fun walk too. It wasn't it wasn't crazy.
It was right on the strip.
And so we get there and we thought, well, maybe they're already in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And well,
we get in line.
One would think a reasonable person would think that.
Well, we get in line to be like, oh, they're not here yet, so we're gonna put our name in. And then he's like, I can't believe you guys aren't here in this chat. And then all of a sudden they're like, no. We're over getting roadies. We've already put our name in. Get out of there.
Yeah, but there was a liquor store right across from the restaurant, which was
in the hotel.
More power to it.
Pretty cool.
Before you guys got there, it's an interesting story how we found that liquor store. I'm standing there at the little check-in desk. I'm like, where can we find? Because by our hotel, we stayed at the Palazzo.
It had a Walgreens, and it was the coolest Walgreens
It's the
ever.
craziest thing.
So we had already purchased high noons earlier in the day, walking home from SEMA, indulged in those.
Oh, that's right.
went to
You guys
Guy Fieri's.
You guys
Yeah,
walked.
well, we made a mistake, yeah.
We made a mistake that first night, and we walked. That's how we walked. I don't know how many miles we
About
walked.
30,000 stops, yeah. And one day,
More
plus
than
6,000 in the morning, like 2 a.m.-ish.
I only did
But-
20,000 that day. You guys really did do too much.
But it was too funny because I'm like, where can we get some cheap alcohol around here? And she's, telling me where to go to get directions. As I'm following her directions, I look up and I see spirits and alcohol right there. So that's how we found it. It was kind of a dumb moment for me, but
I think it was in between the strippers, right? Like, because we kept getting hit on by strippers to get their picture taken with you.
Police strippers,
Yeah.
topless strippers, all sorts of strippers.
But
My favorite thing about the police strippers was that I was walking to SEMA at 8 in the morning, and they asked me for a picture. I'm like, it's too damn early for this.
yeah, it's like, hey, that's 9 a.m. stuff, not 8 a.m. stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But so we find you guys, and both Matt's and Chris, you guys are in the liquor store, and you come out with a handful of just the worst.
I think. we were holding
We didn't use a bag.
It was the most evil
No,
thing
no bag.
in the world. And
Bag was extra.
and what were they?
They were Jello shots. Oh wait, what did they call them?
We bought 10 Jello shots.
Right.
Matt, right? I think we bought 10 Jello shots. Or no, you guys.
No, you guys bought 5.
We
We
bought
bought 5.
We bought 5.
Yeah.
So 10.
I was gonna say, did you
Red
guys
and
do
blue.
5 before we even got there? Jeez.
No, I don't think so.
You don't
I don't
think
remember.
To
so?
my recollection.
Right. So
And then
I don't
we
know if
had
they'll
Heineken.
show up.
They
but-
were Jots, weren't they?
Well,
Jots or
I
something.
can't. That doesn't
You gotta
show
go
up.
up.
Well, I'd
You
have
gotta
no.
go
That's
up.
for you guys. I'm
Nobody
going for
can
the
see.
audience. I was trying to share.
Keep that down.
I was trying to share some of these pictures, and I was having an issue doing it. But
See, what one did you just show, Dave?
the group photo from all the garbage Jello.
Which one though? Oh, okay. That's a pretty good before
That's
picture,
a
to be
before
honest.
photo.
That was a before photo.
Yeah, we're decent.
But so these horrible.
They were Jots. Jotts.
Yeah, and
Please
they-
do not sponsor us, Jots.
Oh,
No.
They were
they're
terrible.
Disgusting.
Yes, and so we crack these things open. I've had this garbage before, and I knew it was going to be just like it was like. Imagine cherry flavored cottage cheese in your mouth.
Oh
No.
God! Please
Yes.
don't refer to that.
It was
We have-
horrible.
No,
It wasn't that bad.
No,
We already have a description. Don't
Yeah,
change
we,
it.
We've already got a video
have
of it.
The flavor name. Don't even try
What,
to change
what
it.
was
No.
that?
Robitussin.
Well,
Oh.
Robitussin
Or
Robitussin
Ludens.
or Ludens. It changed.
But
Whichever.
the texture, that was a good description. Red.
Please
cottage
don't
cheese.
refer to that ever again.
Yes, it
Take that
was-
back, please.
And so I was just with my head down going, and you were like, Dave, you drink on stream, like you're gonna party with us, and I'm like,
Hey guys, he's a poser.
no, I am
is.
not a poser.
I'll
I
second that.
tried so hard. That guy. No.
Okay, so in all reality, what it is he wanted me to have a good time, and so he knew one of us had to stay sober, and if
Ish.
if he was the one that went crazy right away, I would have had to stay sober-ish. So I think
Yeah.
I'll
Well, I
give
mean, you
him that
guys
one.
do get a pass because you were leaving at what 6 a.m. the next day.
No,
Something like that?
no,
Our flight was
flight
leaving at 10, boarding at
10
10:15.
something, so we had
Well,
to.
still, so you
Yeah.
had an early morning flight, so you have an excuse.
And you had to edit videos.
Well, no, that-
Yeah.
weird.
I was literally editing
At
videos.
dinner.
I
He was editing
yes.
videos at dinner.
I dropped a video while we were at dinner, and
I get a notification on my phone. Alternation sends a video. I'm like, well, when did you edit this? He's like, before the nachos. I'm like, all right, I'm done.
I thought he was texting his kids at home the whole time he's editing.
No,
content.
I do
Like,
that.
"Oh, first."
That's me.
all right. So first off,
All right.
I know Matt, you don't, or Coderman, you
Oh.
don't have anything, but
I'll make it a spoon.
I'll take it. I'll take that.
This is Jello. This is Jello shot.
No, I'm making a Jello shot. This is how Krista does a Jello shot when she doesn't have time. Okay?
I like the
You
snack
get your snack pack.
snack
Snack
pack.
pack.
Okay.
We will take sponsorship of Snack
You
Pack.
open it up. Oh. Okay.
Ew.
Then get your hard
She's
liquor
doing a
of choice. I've
modification
got
right now.
Malibu right here.
While they're drinking, I'll answer Ashley's question because I don't have a Jello shot. Yes, we did see Evil Truck Cyber Orange Bronco.
I have not
from
released that
Indiana.
video yet because I'm trying to figure out how to be kind.
Let's eat.
But no, his truck was nice though. All right, all right, Chia, you ready?
I don't think I'll be able to put my mouth around this.
Well, I hope not. Or Matt, whatever. This is the wrong channel, buddy. Let's move on.
That's the side channel.
Can you go
I
make
think
sure
I'm
the
gonna-
kids are asleep?
The one of
They
many
are.
side channels.
I think I'm gonna get a spoon because I don't want a meeting to be
Just
All
out
right,
of me.
Kelly.
No, just hollow out the middle and put the liquor in the middle.
That's a good idea.
All right, I'm just gonna drink with you guys.
Okay.
They were marked by
Okay,
them.
ready?
Sorry, Snack Pack Mom. We had to keep going.
There you
All
go.
right. Oh, we
It's good.
We got to catch up.
We
Yeah.
This is like 3 of your Jello shots. Very good.
All right, much better than the garbage that Vegas had.
You were told 3.
So I figured it out. The success of the Jots is to be drunk before you have them. Then you
Yeah.
don't notice.
Yeah. But if you start out with that, it's brutal.
All right.
Yeah.
So, boom, there we go. All right. So like Kelly was saying though, somebody had to be somewhat responsible, and I can go a little crazy too if we were there for a few days and I could be hungover the next day.
2022.
Yeah.
We have
Definitely.
right now, you guys are winning 50% of the Who Drank More in Vegas.
Oh, I
Is that
closed.
going to start
that.
changing in a second, or?
No, I closed that. Let's see.
Oh, you closed it. Okay, so you locked it
wait.
in when she had 50.
In poll. All right, so I just
You
ended
didn't
it,
end it.
so it'll pop up the
You
actual.
said you
numbers.
locked it and when you got 50.
Yeah. So who actually did win this? Who drank more?
Okay, so in the poll itself,
So wait, read. Here's the poll. Yeah.
yeah, in the poll itself, Dave and I took up 50%
Yeah.
of it.
25 and 25.
I'm a
Of
little.
five
It should have been
people.
Dave and Amy. You shouldn't have been together. That's
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But I'm a little disappointed that Matt Coderman, you've only got 18%.
They don't know me yet.
I know. Well, they'll.
That's
That's true.
They'll get to know
We'll
you.
get there.
Yeah. So who actually won?
Matt Pickens.
I know.
Yep.
Pissed off behavior. H1 for sure.
What is H1? That's like,
Oh,
You
he
know
doesn't
about
know.
that. You were too drunk. You don't remember.
I don't remember that.
H1 doesn't have social media, so that's why he doesn't know what's going on.
JD Smoking Pipes, thank you so much for the
Thank
super
you.
chats. Those once again, how much were those Jello shots, by the way?
They
The
were.
ones we bought, they were
Yeah.
$4.75 a piece.
A piece. And it's
Yeah.
I would have rather taken the $20-$30 we spent on that and give it to a homeless dude over there.
We
And-
could have bought one shot at Cabo Wabo at Guy Fieri's, remember?
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah, and
$30
just
a
went
shot.
around the table with it. Here, take a
For
sip.
a little sip.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Well,
was the expensive one. The cheap one was $16.
I was gonna say there wasn't there a $16 shot?
well, did you guys? Speaking of expensive, did you guys eat at the event at all?
Yes.
I know.
One time.
Coderman did.
Yeah, Coderman ate at the same time we did.
So we were hungry, and we were struggling to find food. And not that we, I guess, couldn't have
Well,
found
there
it.
was a food court, and so like we literally knew we only had one day at SEMA too, so we didn't have time to go off premise
Yeah.
to get food either. And
Right.
so like as big as it was, I mean, come to find out, you guys told us that there was actually an upper level of the west that or the center hall or west hall.
Center. Center hall. Oh, but
So an upper
yeah.
level of a hall we didn't even know existed. So like, yeah, there
Got a
was.
donut.
We did. We got a donut in
Some
the
garbage
media
sweet
area.
tea. Ugh.
It wasn't sweet tea. I thought you said it was unsweet.
No, but that's what I meant. It was unsweet tea, which was
Oh, yeah.
horrible.
But yeah, so
Um,
what did you guys eat? Because we know we ate $16 burger or $16
yeah.
chicken.
Well, the first day I wanted the chicken sandwich, but they were out. So then I had to get the cheeseburger, and it was disgusting. And it was, like you said, like $16. So for the rest of the week, we just pretty much starved.
Yeah, she did intermittent fasting. We both did.
Yeah.
I drank
Well,
my calories. It's fine.
Because the first day we signed up for, a credit, and we were only approved for one meal, based on the prices. So,
Yeah.
The rest of the week we just had to intermittent fast.
Fend for yourself.
I get the paying for drinks at night. That ruined everything.
The pavement ends. No, we didn't get In-N-Out Burger. We were too drunk to get In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, well, we weren't. We got into Vegas Monday night at like 10 something their time, and of course
10:30 landing.
It's Vegas. Nothing really shuts down. But our Uber driver was a little crazy.
And we didn't know there was an In-N-Out Burger so close, or we would have
Yeah, I
gone
would've
to
walked
In-N-Out
right over
Burger
there.
that night.
But I was so damn tired that I was falling asleep on the airplane trying to get.
I tried to
Vegas.
get footage of him falling asleep, but he would wake up every time I get ready to get footage.
But so no, we got there and I went right to sleep. I don't know
Yeah,
what you did.
he did. I was
But,
up till 1:00 Vegas time, figuring out our plan for the next morning.
Right.
How we were getting from the hotel and everything else.
Cigar Texan with that 19. You guys
Thank
know I
you.
love the weird super chat numbers, but 1946, the year the Flamingo opened in Vegas, which me and
did
Kelly got
get-
a picture in front of the new Flamingo.
We sure did.
But so what were we just discussing?
We were talking about In-N-Out
How you
Burger.
don't really drink in real life.
Yes. In real life.
Well, it's kind of funny because, I mean, those of you that know, he's gotten a comment of like, you drink on every one of your live streams. Maybe
my
you have
God.
a drinking problem. Like,
Yeah.
he does not have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
And, our friends in Vegas can tell that because he was the one that stayed sober.
No, I was not. Let's
And a lot of peer pressure too.
Oh, yeah, and there was a whole lot of
total
peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
let's be honest. So we had those kind of nasty margaritas.
What nasty
Oh,
margaritas?
yeah.
In the bottle.
Oh, those
I
were
actually
super
like
sweet.
those. Those
No,
weren't too
no,
bad.
they weren't bad. They were just sweet. Like we don't drink a lot of sugary stuff, so.
High noons.
What was the name of those?
I didn't drink
drinks?
the High Noon. They were, wait.
No, the nickname
I have a picture.
Oh, the
wait,
nickname.
what was the nickname?
Nickname.
for the drink, so we took in the Guy Fieri.
Okay.
Oh,
So then the fun festivities begin.
Yeah.
We go to, what was the name of that place?
Guy Fieri's, right?
No, the bar, the little store.
Liquor store? I think
Liquor
it was
store.
like the Wink Liquor, yeah.
Yeah. So we just, spent all this money and bought drinks. And then I got 2 text messages because I missed the first one because we were having too much fun that our table was ready. And originally they said no outside drinks.
So I drank all mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I did.
Yes, he did.
Matt pounded down, man.
Yeah. But I had,
H1.
it was
sorry.
pretty much full. Can you screen pictures, like cast pictures in here for
I'll
them
see
to
what I can. Y'all talk amongst you, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay. So we had to figure out a way to get the drinks in. And I did do that.
Yeah, you did.
Any guesses on how I did that?
Well, you don't want to have people guess. I could get
And I pounded a margarita that regretted greatly.
Like 50 grams of sugar or something.
The rest of us, I just put mine in Dave's kangaroo pouch in his sweatshirt. And he carried mine.
So Coderman and Krista put them in their back pockets. And instead of calling them, pocket drinks, we decided to call them butt drinks.
Yes.
And so a bunch of near 40-year-olds are running around.
Not near 40.
Well, I mean, if you want.
Yeah, I'm near 50.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm near 40.
All right, thank you, Amy. So
You're welcome,
instead
sir.
of calling them
Welcome,
pocket
H1.
drinks, we were calling them butt drinks all across Las Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And learned it's hard to sit down with a butt drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially in skinny jeans. But it can
I
happen.
didn't have that problem, but thank you.
Me neither. I was in yoga pants. I was in party pants, ready to party.
Yes. So it was quite interesting. I will say, and so
Ooh, I'm already buzzing on those 3 little
wow,
thingies.
cheap date.
I haven't eaten anything in a while.
All right. Well,
Speaking of eating, I need to give a shout out to the DoorDash driver that delivered Jack in the Box to my hotel room at 1 a.m. on Tuesday.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Wait, you weren't home at 1 in the
No,
morning on
it's
Tuesday.
impossible.
It was probably 3.
No, in Vegas time.
On Tuesday?
When I came-
Yeah, we were
came
still
in-
out.
Yeah.
We were still at the
No.
bar.
No, Monday into Tuesday. Tuesday goes into
gotcha.
Wednesday.
Okay, I get you.
Matt, thank you. Sorry, super chat. Matt, thank you so much for that.
1963.
The year SEMA was formed. I'm being
Nice.
educated and I guess helping pay for the trip this way.
Learning a lot.
I know. Go.
Yeah.
But so I've got a special video. I don't know if you
Will it
are
play
you
the
guys
sound?
are you guys watching the thing at all? Hopefully it
I
plays.
can
Pull it
yeah,
up
we're
real
watching.
quick.
Let's see.
What are we looking at?
Okay, here we go.
No, give me 1 second. Hold on.
I
Oh.
don't think Chris is caught up on her.
Well, here, I'll just look at yours. I don't know why mine's lagging.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Hopefully,
Might be a little
hopefully
bit
it pops
behind.
up.
Yeah, we must be behind or something.
It popped up.
It's up, but there's nothing going on.
It will.
Is yours playing?
Oh, give it a minute.
When we took those sponsors hostage in the
Oh,
Venetian.
yeah, I have to show that too.
Gosh. It still hasn't popped up for us. I mean, it's just a still shot.
Oh, it'll
We
play.
introduced. Well, it was the video. We introduced the live stream to Chia. So
Yes. So
Nice.
we were all talking about that Chia pet, and we did the Chia slogan or jingle.
Chia.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I.
Oh, there's the guy we held hostage for
Oh,
like
yes.
45 minutes at the
it's not
Venetian.
gonna show it though. It's showing these stupid high res. I don't know why it's doing that.
Well, just take a screenshot of it.
basically, we were walking through. I don't know what hotel. 'Cause
Venetian.
I couldn't tell you.
A lot.
Okay.
We were looking for the gondolas, remember?
Yes,
That's
we
right.
were, and I helped us find the gondolas.
Yes, you did.
And we ended up in the mall section. And if you've ever been in that section, it all looks the same.
Yes.
So we walked around, and finally we ran into these guys that happened to work for summer. I don't know if we're going to say their name or not. Probably don't.
I don't mind.
Sure,
Go ahead.
let's do it.
New Egg
They
Auto.
worked for New Egg Auto, which I didn't even know was a division.
I didn't either.
We were
They were super
mesmerized.
chill.
We learned a lot.
They told us everything about the company.
mean,
and then we
everything.
proceeded to spend 25 minutes standing in the atrium until
I don't know. I
a security
was
guard came
buzzed.
to us.
And I couldn't tell you how long we stood there.
Harassing the poor people.
We stood there long enough for the security guard to say, "Hey guys, I was just gonna let you guys go, but you stood here long enough that you guys need to put your masks on."
Yes. Yes.
And then he photobombed our picture.
Yes,
Yep.
and then he photobombed our picture.
Which I'm going to show in just a minute because
With his
it's,
mask on.
it's hilarious.
Yes,
Let's see if I
he's
can.
trying to produce.
I'm trying to. You guys are supposed to be talking while I'm doing this.
Okay,
Jeez.
so
Oh, sorry.
after that, then what happened? I feel like we skipped over some stuff, didn't we?
Did
Well,
we?
you
Not
guys,
really, I mean,
you
dinner.
guys kept trying to get the New Egg guys to go get drinks.
Or was that him that kept trying to do that?
I don't know who
Who
it
doesn't wanna
was.
drink?
I mean, there was a
Darn it,
whole lot
please.
more. There was a whole lot more to H1 than what we've talked about so far. So
Who is H1?
you are.
You are. Yeah.
It'll all come. It'll all.
You'll figure it out. It'll all come together. H1.
Okay.
There we
I
go.
promise.
Let's see.
Have to compute.
Everybody has
figure out
code.
what
Na-
that
ev-
means.
You're not very good at
I'm gonna look through
math.
tonight.
everybody has code names suddenly.
Yeah.
I'm Amy.
So should we talk about that? Should we talk about our names?
Sure.
Sure.
And how we got our names, or should we tell the stories first? Or that's how we can introduce the
Oh,
stories.
go
maybe?
ahead. All right.
We should
So
introduce the story.
here's
Okay.
Here's
the
before.
first the first picture of this is the drinking beforehand.
Oh,
And
hold on,
so
we're
you
back to
guys,
this again.
it'll pop up. And guys in the chat, I'm going to get your questions about. I promise you, it's we haven't got to check up in each other since. Oh man, look.
And yes, it wasn't very much of a Frank the Tank night for me.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
I messed
Yes.
that.
because
Totally.
H1 there, man, would disappear, and we found him. He would be promoting Pickens' Party of Five to strangers. It was great.
Hey, you guys. It wasn't just us.
That's
It
sure.
was. It was
Well, he
all of
started
us.
with Pickens, and then he'd be like, "Come on, you guys, come over here and talk to these people." And then here comes Chia going, "It's Santa."
Do you remember that?
A little bit.
Oh, I've got a
Yeah,
picture here.
a little
Here,
foggy.
I have a picture of you doing it. It's great. So, oh, there it is. Wait,
We
it's already
lost
up.
our whole timeline.
I know.
Okay, so
There, it's up. It looks like I'm picking Kelly's nose. And
It
I'm not.
does.
It doesn't mean to look that, but if you look in the background, H1 is back there. Look, I'm zooming this so everybody can see this. Like you were selling this to complete strangers, and then the Krista's there at the table too, just like completely.
because H1 pulled her over there,
Oh, I know.
it was like, "Here, come over and talk to
I
this
have
guy."
not seen this picture.
give it.
It's
Not yet.
delayed.
I think,
Not yet.
we're behind or something.
It's always a little delayed. Give it a second.
so
Oh, it's in the bottom right of the stream. Okay.
Yeah.
I
There we
gotcha.
go.
So like H1 was over there like complete strangers. I was like, man, I need to hire you. It's what I was like. I need your skill set at just talking to these people because you were selling it.
Well, I don't know if the people were too excited to talk to him, though.
You know, after 5 minutes, they their
5
guards went
minutes in
down.
your mind.
Yeah.
No.
And the drinks weren't $17 a
eternity
shot. I'd be
later.
buying it for everybody there.
Inside.
All right, so
This
here,
picture, when it comes up, is about accurate of what our night looked like for
Yes.
everybody's eyes. I think
it started getting a little blurrier.
This was probably, was this a Dave picture or is this a Krista picture?
No, I took this.
If
You
it's
took
blurry,
this.
it's mine.
No,
Right?
Well, this one's actually Dave's.
yeah.
This one's blurry, but it's actually Dave's.
So there, that'll pop up.
So we have to give timeline. Okay. So hold on. Let's back up. So we meet.
So we met for dinner at like 7, right?
We met for dinner at like 7, yeah. And you guys are at the liquor store. You tell us, jump out of line, come get the or it's going to be like 45 minutes. Come get you something to drink. So we go in. You had bought.
And we didn't get to hang out with the Pickens much.
No,
So-
we didn't.
So like Matt, we knew Matt was pretty easygoing. Like you know, I thought, oh, we
Yeah,
can
because
have
poor
some-
Matt, we dragged him
Tuesday.
all around on SEMA.
Matt. You can't call him Matt. I thought you were talking about
H2.
H2.
Sorry.
Yes, H2.
H2, we dragged him around the entire.
There's the new egg guy, by
And
the way.
somebody did ask if we got in the Tesla shuttle, which we did. Unfortunately, we found it way later in the day than we should have, because we had run for like 30 minutes from the Ford booth to the four-wheel parts booth, which is where we ended up meeting up with PK5, or Pickens Party of 5. And then made plans for like us to get together and do drinks to dinner later on. So that's where that all happened. And then poor H2 Coder Man, we're dragging him around all the rest of the trip, everywhere.
I was actually a videographer for a few scenes.
You were. You
Yes,
were.
You helped record the Quadratech interview.
Yes.
Which, if you have not seen that yet, go check it out, because Quadratech is actually going to build some Bronco parts, which I was very, very surprised that they were going to, and excited that I kind of got to break that news. So go ahead, Kelly. I'm trying to find.
Yeah, so we did all of our stuff. We were 30 minutes early for Quadratech because I thought we needed to be there at 4, and we needed to be there at 4:30. But by that point, our feet were like dying on us anyway. And then we all went to our separate hotels and then met up at 7. And those two took cabs because they weren't going to surge price.
What?
Yeah, they took cabs because they weren't going to surge price.
Yeah, we only ended up paying like
we did
$8.
we did a lift.
No, we didn't. We took a cab.
Really?
Because
Yeah,
remember
Uber
he took
wanted.
us. Go ahead. They only. Uber was like $28, and we took the cab, and he took the underground garages, and it was only like $8.
Yeah, it was sweet.
Yeah, Uber. I never really tried Lyft, but Uber was like $28 or $20 or $30 from Luxor.
Oh, this
And
is
I'm
my
like,
this is my
that's
favorite
deep.
picture.
I can't believe you're sharing that picture.
Oh no, which one is it?
Oh, this is a thumbnail and a
it's
half.
your ON picture.
Yeah, this is her her OnlyFans picture.
It's
You're
OF.
supposed to tell everybody
OF,
it's OF.
yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
But I don't
no.
even know what I was even talking to you about, and you gave me this look, and somehow the camera captured it perfect.
Is that
She
a
was singing.
screenshot of a
That's
video?
not-
It is.
That's
Is
not
it?
what that is at all. That's her.
I think it's
Yeah, that's her dancing to one of the
Yes.
songs, and it's
Blink
a still.
182. I think. I
Yes.
think it was Blink 182.
You don't
But-
even know where your pictures came from.
Hey, I wasn't completely sober.
she was dancing.
But so there was that one, and
We were all dancing.
Dancing.
Yeah.
Hey now.
You're sharing.
I know.
Such a terrible picture.
Awesome.
Oh. Well, I think
What? Go ahead.
nothing. No,
I think we
well,
gotta play my little video that I made. I don't know if it'll show up though with this light. Maybe I can.
he's got the video if he wants it on
Oh,
there.
this one here. So
He's got that video.
They're saying that you're gonna be a
Oh.
meme tomorrow.
Watch it.
Hey, man.
Okay, that's enough.
And for the record, Matt Pickens, because not everybody knows H1 and H2 yet. So
I don't.
Matt
That doesn't even know.
Matt Pickens drank enough for all of us that night, I'm
Yes.
pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Pull.
we lost him quite a few times
Well, first
on the Vegas Strip.
we found a live band, which
We
was
did
Well,
great.
find
first he left because he had to go to the bathroom like 50 times.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
He did. Matt, you're going to have to get that checked out.
Yeah, you need to.
You know.
I mean, there's a lot of liquid inside my body.
But yet
Yeah.
we heard some Tool, which was like, I was like, holy hell! There's a band's playing some Tool. But we were in the middle of dinner, and
Yeah.
then we went and walked. We went to a Walgreens in Vegas, which was really weird.
They already talked about the Walgreens.
No, I'm just.
Okay.
But you should
We
try
went there
the
multiple
mosh
times.
pit.
Well, we didn't really talk about it. We just said that it existed.
That's
Yes.
true.
And I've had to find some Monster.
Tips for those that are on the Vegas Strip. There's like 2 Walgreens within half a block of one another. Go there for your alcohol because
Lot
you
cheaper.
can walk down the street and drink
It's
it.
normal price. It's
It
not
is.
like it's inflated at all. It's
Yeah.
normal price.
I bought
drinks.
2 of those little bottle. Now those were a little expensive for what they were, but I didn't really want to carry around a 5th, down the road. So
Speaking of which, you have to say thank you for this right here.
oh, I do have to say thank you. Yeah, I was like, what am I saying thank you for this time? thank you so much for my Grey Goose. I appreciate you.
Honest did that for you.
I'm sorry. I'm buzzing.
Wow.
I'm telling you, those
Cheap
3
date,
little
man.
shots. I'm a lightweight, man.
Cheap date.
Honest,
Anyways.
thank you for my Grey Goose. And I will definitely take that went quiet, didn't I? Mm-hmm. I will definitely take my prescription as needed, because my little letter said take as needed to deal with this one, essentially, or waiting on the Bronco. So I definitely will.
So as you guys can tell, we had a blast in one evening. We had a blast because I don't think we left till 2. It was pretty late.
No, the bar closed at 2 and you guys were long gone.
Yeah.
We were pretty late.
Well,
I know
look at the chat. You can tell when you sent the video.
Wait, I've got a video.
Like, we got kicked out. Well, Coder Man and I, we got kicked out.
Yeah. The bar.
Well, we were still looking for Matt. So.
So you lost Matt Pickens.
We also found a guy that
12:30.
restores and sells cars to
We
auctions,
did.
and we ended up talking to him for like another half an hour.
So this
Yeah.
was we snuck
Bye,
away.
everybody. Y'all have fun.
You bounced.
Yes. You can't just say goodbye. You just gotta go.
God. It's all him. It's all his fault.
So
So all of a sudden,
Okay.
Amy and I, so Kelly is Amy. That's
Yes.
just something that happened in the night. So her name is officially Amy.
Sorry.
he
so
apologized
Amy and I
for
were
like
talking,
30 minutes.
And we thought we saw Colt from 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh
right?
my god.
Yes.
And we were looking like, that looks like him. I wonder if it's him. And then all of a sudden, they just left,
Colty.
right?
So I didn't leave. I'm like on the dance floor dancing with you guys, and all of a sudden Dave grabs my hand and he starts running. And of course, you know, when he starts running and he has your hand, you have to run as fast as you can, because otherwise you're going to bite it or whatever. So we're literally like half a block away before I realize we're not going back. Like, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, you don't say goodbye. You just say, see you later. Like, you can't just,
No, you don't do that.
Right.
That's rude.
that is
It was
rude.
very rude.
Very rude.
Very rude.
I
was
said
very
always
upset.
leave them wanting more.
Oh, that's what you
So-
said. I don't know. Whatever,
Yeah, we
man.
thought he was going to the store to get more Jello shots or something.
I thought we were going to the bathroom, to be honest with you.
What do I need your help?
I don't know. That's just, I don't know.
Here, Kelly, hold this.
No.
Jeez.
No.
Let's see. But anyway, so as you guys can tell, I think we're all pretty much lifelong friends now because of Vegas. And I want to actually get into some Bronco talk.
Yeah, there's one question here about cosmetic mods for the Bronco, like swap outs for grab handles, air vents, backseat cup holders.
Well, somebody sent me a
no.
picture of a 8-inch block, like a building block, and they said, "Look, I found the new cup holders for the back of the Bronco." And so you just set your drinks in between the 8-inch block. But I will say I was surprised that we didn't see any hardtop at all.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And just any sort of form of a hardtop. It
Hey,
didn't have-
Angel.
It didn't have to be great, but there was a few things. The DZ that I thought was kind of cheesy.
Wow.
And nothing against it, because they have some really cool stuff. Their door hangers I liked. They had some their
I liked
hero
their dash mount.
their dash mount thing was really cool. But it's SEMA, and they're just kind of throwing darts. All these companies kind of were throwing darts, hoping the public jumped on something. But those covers for the door hinges, I don't ever see me using those.
The what?
Yeah, I
the
agree. I don't see
plastic-
that. Or the trail site delete. I don't understand the point
Though
of
I've
removing
seen-
something
A
functional.
lot of
I've
people are
read it.
actually wanting it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about
Those
it.
are the mall crawlers, maybe.
Yeah.
No,
maybe
I've
because
seen
it's not going to
normal
work
people.
for me.
Yeah.
I mean, after being at Off Rodeo, those sites are very usable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
And the only other thing I saw for cosmetic swap out mods was more like plastic hood scoops and things like
Yeah,
that. You
yeah.
know, like not functional items, but nothing like door handles.
I did talk to DZ on the last day about making cup holders for the back.
Nice.
So I
Stay
was
tuned.
telling him my ideas.
So stay tuned.
maybe I'll get a kickback, doubt it.
There
but,
you go.
I told him like underneath the seats or something for bottles, but we'll see what happens. We need some cup holders in Bronco.
That's
agree.
one thing I am disappointed in Ford with on the back of this thing is you know, they looked at Jeep. They definitely looked at what Jeep was doing, and definitely was playing to the best of what Jeep offered. But cup holders in the rear of this. Oh, we got David from Bronco Nation in house. But what's up, David? Let's see, what else was there? There was the DZ. I mean, the DZ was well represented. I did like their for the, I don't know, what do you call the thing in the dash anymore?
Yeah, the dash.
The BYOD.
Yes,
That's it.
theirs was very interesting. I did like that.
I liked that it was all T-mountable. So, like, any of your T-bolts or things like that, you could just slide into there and make it work. And because I know we've had Ram mounts in the past that it's like, oh, man, we can't attach this now because we don't have a mount for it. But now we could attach those Ram mounts.
Yeah, I also found their
table?
no, the thing on the door. It removed the netting.
Oh yes, for cup
Oh,
holders.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that was for a cup holder or what, but it's definitely more
Well, it looked like
substantial than the netting.
It looked like it would hold one of these.
Yeah, that was
And it had a
interesting.
table on the back that also had a T slot on the top of it
Yes.
to mount a GoPro out the back window, which is cool.
Yep.
Well, and the table had a cutting block into it, which is pretty common with those kind of things. And their did they have a refrigerator in the back of that? They're showing their system, their slider.
Yes, they did.
That was nice.
That's when Bronco Nation came over
Right.
and started filming.
Yes, and kind of pushed us out of the way, David. But it's, you know, it's neither here nor there. Four-wheel parts had a nice representation. Finally, some two-door stuff, which I was happy to see. The sliders and stuff, everything looked like the four-door stuff. Coderman, that I know me and you talked for a minute about their rear bumper. I like their rear bumpers a lot. I think they're well thought out. The front one, I don't like having to add another winch plate on top of a bumper. But I was pretty impressed with what they had. What did you think?
Yeah, I think overall, like I said, I love the door hangers. I honestly, you know, my one miss with the door hangers is you can't use the door bags. And having kids and stuff in the garage and bikes and all sorts of other things, I still need the doors to be protected, not just hung up.
Yeah.
So I would like to see some way that they could be affixed to something that also still have the bags.
Right. And I know there's other companies Pickens knows of that are bringing some door hangers out, so that'll be cool when that pops up. And it's bound to happen just because it's the cool thing. When I was talking to Quadratech, I was talking to them. I was like, you have to be excited because you know the Jeep market, and they're similar vehicles, so you kind of have a great idea of what the Jeep guy already buys. So I think some of the bigger companies like that are definitely going to feed on door hangers. I forget what all he mentioned they were they were going to do, but Quadratech's got a new with their Stallion 4x4 brand, which I think that name needs a little bit of work. But I was excited to see that. What else was there? There was a bunch of overland stuff. Oh, there was I know Matt, y'all did the video on which showed the stuff for the roof with the
overland systems.
Yes, when they had the vinyl roof off or the soft top off, they had a bunch of stuff there. I think DZ had that
Easy
too.
Rack or something like that.
Yeah, there was a bunch of companies with that stuff.
Yeah, I did. I actually, back to four-wheel parts, I asked about their roof rack for soft top, you know, that was on the original, the red one. And she said that's a one and done thing. They're not going to bring that.
But there was a company near their booth that had a system for the hard top that was much like what they've done. I can't remember.
And did they tell you why they opted out of it, or is it just simply not doing it?
It was too difficult. That's what she said.
Okay.
It was too difficult. I know the overlanding systems. Is that what their name is?
Yeah.
Their business cards over there.
That's the
But
one I did the video on.
they're coming out with something. He told us for the Bronco, and it should be coming out like in the next 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. And it seems like it's going to be
Hard top and soft top.
and two door, 4 and 2 door.
I will say, what was the company that had the electric soft top?
My top.
I must say I like what it does, but I thought the rear kind of vinyl glass of it was horrible.
I agree.
And-
So I asked them
Okay.
because it's ugly. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
right?
is.
It's
It doesn't
ugly.
fit. It doesn't fit that vehicle at all.
And I asked them, I said, would you guys take any feedback to maybe make that window a little bigger? He goes, we tried. The reason why it's made the way that it's made is for folding back. It's going to fold back a certain way. And if the window was any bigger, it would fold into the mechanism that would make it come down.
Right.
So then they tried to do it split in the middle like they do on the Jeep, but that didn't work either.
Yeah.
So that's why you end up with that small window.
And David, I'm not going to send you a DM about that. It was honestly, it was everybody trying to get content. So I poke at that, but Jordan he really wasn't that bad. It just so happened to be that every time me and Matt up there was trying to film something, Jordan kind of got in the way, and I think it was accidental. So, anyways, year of the bumper, I will say, for Bronco. Bumpers everywhere, and from extreme to crazy to more subdued, like what Four Wheel Parts was doing. What was kind of y'all's standouts? We'll start with Coder Man. What was your kind of standout bumper from the event?
So I really don't have a standout per se. I do like the tubular bumper, except that I want the pods for the lights down below.
Right.
My biggest takeaway was that if you're going to have a winch, you're going to end up having a shelf on your bumper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm looking for the more streamlined look and feel. It adds too much to the front. It affects your approach angle. So quite honestly, I mean, if I had to pick right now, I don't have one.
Okay. Pickens, you guys have anything that stood out to you?
Yes and no. I like a little bit of all of them with the same issue with the winch and everything. It looks like a bench, especially one in particular. But I liked bodyguards. I thought with the black hardware, I didn't care for the steel hardware. I thought theirs was nice looking. ADD surprisingly had some pretty good options as well. Yeah. They had a pretty good bumper if you didn't want to winch.
The winch bumper from ADD is amazing with the 3 lights in the center. Like, it just looks beautiful.
Yeah.
But
Like
again, it's non-winch bumper.
And that's what kind of I find odd is if I'm just replacing the bumper to add lights to it, I can, with the factory hardcore bumper, whatever they call it, the extreme bumper, I can add plenty of lights to that bumper without, because some of these you're talking $2,500 to $3,000 to replace these bumpers, and that's a lot of money.
Yeah. The other thing I noticed too with the back bumpers, where they mount their license plates, the places they come up with sometimes, I don't like it on the spare tire area. I don't know. I paid a lot of money for my wheels. I don't really want it covered up with a license plate. So I think that the best at that was ADD, Addicted Desert Designs. They had it actually on the tailgate. The only problem is it covered the Ford emblem, which, it's, I guess, kind of a bummer. But
you paid use a license plate light so you could see it.
Well, you pay a lot of money for that Ford logo.
Right. Otherwise, people are like, "Oh, there's a Jeep."
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And you get that anyway.
Yeah. So
I like the kits that delete the rear tire. Like, I don't understand those at all.
I don't either.
What
are you going to do?
That's a big Jeep thing.
Yeah.
And I see people going off-road with these deletes, and I'm like, you're playing with fire of having a flat tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
they come up at the most inopportune time.
Have you ever seen anybody with 35s, 435s, and then they have their stock 32 on the back of their Jeep?
Yep.
Oh,
I've seen it.
I'm like, have a flat tire.
Constraint.
Have a flat tire because you're going to ruin your differential if you put that. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So, what else? Sliders. I was surprised we didn't see more options for sliders. There was quite a few, but it seemed like Four Wheel Parts kind of had the hook on that for all the builds. I was surprised.
There were several steps, but not so much sliders, right?
Yeah, DZ's had some steps for their, but he did not. He said he did not recommend those as rock rails though because of the way that they were mounting to the vehicle. But with that being said, our white knuckle mounted the same place that those would mount, and we had
white
no
knuckle
issues.
mount to the frame. Most of these sliders you see are all
I
body.
thought they were on the frame.
They're all body mounted.
Okay, well, never mind. I
Which
take it back.
I'm not a fan of.
I'm not that dumb of a
when
girl,
our
I
Bronco
promise.
comes in, I definitely will do some reviews of that. I'm not. Jeep's done it for a long time. Our Gladiator has body mounted rock sliders. I don't know. I always think with rock sliders, I like what they do for trail use, and you can use them as steps or whatever. But I like them more for side impact. The first place, if you pull out in front of somebody or somebody, for whatever reason hits the side of your vehicle, they're hitting that rock rail, which is attached to the frame, hopefully, which is just like having your frame stick out and protect your family. And that's my view of how I see rock sliders a lot of times.
So the one that I liked, and I don't remember what Bronco was on, because like you said, there was 97 of them.
Yes,
was I think it's the company Rock Slide, which is you actually get a rock slider, but then it has a powered step built into it. It's a little pricey, but you get the best of both worlds. So if you have kids, or if you have like Sasquatch or whatever, you're lifted, you have a little bit easier way to get into your vehicle. So I think that's probably the way that I'll go. But I think they're about $2,000, so that's definitely a factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you need to be a little bit more lifted than a level for those, because they do have to take a little bit of your clearance away. But I don't know about you guys. Well, Dave, you guys didn't get your Bronco yet, did you?
Thanks.
Yeah.
No.
Two of the three here have Broncos.
Is it missing like I was in Vegas?
Yes,
Let's take a sad drink.
It's very much like H1 was missing in Vegas.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So we got our built. I got my built email Sunday, and finally, even though I know it's built because I had friends at the plant taking photos of it. And let's see, maybe we've got some movement on it. Let's because initially we heard the 8th.
Well, I will say I have a friend.
Nice.
Okay, sorry, we had an email from our
dealership,
our sales rep. So you're like, oh, what's that? I do have a friend that her FJ was totaled about 3 weeks ago, and she and I tend to, like, in life for some reason, like, tend to mirror one another a little bit. Like, I had HVAC issues, she had HVAC issues, things like that. So
we're not having a wreck.
We're not having a wreck, but she is getting her new 4Runner either tomorrow or Wednesday. And so I told her, I said, that's probably when our Bronco's going to come, because it tends to be the same.
They probably can't see it, but it shows built, not shipped yet. But,
so we're anticipating this week.
Yes, because initially we had the 8th. Is what the first thing before it ever said built. It gave us a date, a delivery date, and so tomorrow is the 8th. So maybe.
And she's still showing pending on shipment. So on Paul Sepp. So she's coming by convoy.
So I'm tracking it again though, because
just for good measure.
Just for. Nope, still set.
Still pending.
Still showing pending.
Yeah.
Real quick, shout out to Airplane Mike.
Oh yeah,
yeah, good hanging out.
He's leaving. He's got to run. Airplane Mike, thanks for you text me, and thank you. And the Pickens are crazy, like you said. They probably should be in an institution, but
Hey.
No, an institution, not in an institution.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
PK5 After Dark, just saying.
So the reason I mentioned about the Bronco, it's a weird thing for me. Like, I can't use a step because it's not tall enough. And also I can't climb in, but I can't just sit in. So it's kind of a weird medium for me getting into it. So I don't know if I would even be able to use a step at 6 foot tall.
I like what Coder Man was saying, but I saw it on the Quake Bronco, which is Josh's Bronco, and they are pretty thick and low. But I need a step. I use my step now.
Well, does that?
Yeah, I'm always like really awkward getting into it.
Does that that one, that retractable step that when you open the door, does that interest you guys at all?
Yeah, it does. I mean, for me, because I have kids, Maya's 7, so she's still little, and then my 82-year-old grandma, she drives along in my Bronco too. So right now I have to get out a step stool and kind of lift her in there. Having a power step like that would be helpful, but then I also want the protection because, it's me.
Right. Matt, that was something we didn't see a lot of options for 2 doors. If there was that power step, would you be interested in that?
Yeah, so I think Rock Slide is supposed to be making one. It's prototyped right now. But I mean, like you just mentioned, there wasn't a lot of 2 doors there at all.
Well, they're
and
hard
I know
to
it makes
find.
perfect sense.
Yes.
So
yeah,
I still have yet to see one. Actually, I lied. I take back. I got the one I saw was the Bronco base. I saw one of those a couple weeks ago, but other than that, I have not seen another 2-door.
Oh, speaking of 2 doors, the Truck Hero booth, they had that red 2-door that was really nice. It was on 37s, painted
Yes.
roof, and seeing these things in person with a painted roof, you're like, Ford, why did you not come out of the gate with painted roofs?
Yeah.
Like, Jeep sells probably more painted roofs than they do the body molded colors or the molding color tops they do. I'm like that. That's what sold me on it too. When I saw that thing, I was like, this is what sold me on Bronco initially, and that was kind of a bummer seeing it and not being able to get it.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me with the Bronco has been you can have it, no you can't. You can have it, no you can't. And they just kept like taking stuff back. And I understand a lot of people's frustration where like they're still waiting on a build, they're still waiting on allocation, and and at this point they don't even want 21 because 22 is around the corner. But there are a lot of people that it's still stuck and it's physically been built, but they can't have it.
Yeah.
So by the time they actually get it, it's going to be a 22 in calendar, but it's still a 21.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A rare 21.
Pick
I do. I have a rare, we have a rare 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 2-door. Oh yeah.
Oh, super rare in the two-door and 21.
Right.
Yeah.
So Chia, what was that? Something else that stood out to you?
About SEMA and Bronco.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it was going to be the year of the Bronco. I was told that a million times, but it was so exciting to me to see all of those Broncos. And somebody at one of the booths said, I think all the Broncos that were built were at SEMA. And it kind of seemed like that because we know so many people waiting for their Bronco. And there were 97 of them there.
And the big thing about that, real quick, we ask almost every vendor, manufacturer, where they got the Bronco. And I think one said that it was actually their reservation that they put in on reservation night and had it built. Everybody else said it was a customer's Bronco that was borrowed for the event. So they weren't, getting special treatment from Ford or anything like that. It was literally, they probably begged and pleaded to borrow a Bronco. And then whoever's Bronco it was without it for probably a couple weeks.
Period of time.
Yeah, and then had to drive it home. We met one father and son who had to drive home from Las Vegas to, I think, New Jersey with their lifted Bronco. Yeah.
Well, the 4-wheel parts one was not 4-wheel parts. That 2-door. That was
really,
yeah, because they've been on one of the forums or one of the Facebook groups. That was somebody's that they needed to use a 2-door and they got it and kitted out. I was surprised Quadratech today put out something that, hey, there's tube doors sitting outside the building. If you want them, go get them.
At SEMA?
Mm-hmm. They posted at the convention center. They're like, hey, whoever's first gets them.
Wow.
Probably cheaper than shipping them.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else Kelly, well, for you, because you've done some events with me now, but this would be the biggest we've both covered together.
So I'm actually on the flip side of Chia there in regard to the Broncos, because Matt and I actually talked about this, Coderman. It was just like, I was kind of like, well, there's another Bronco. Like, I love the idea of our Bronco, and I can't wait for us to get it and drive it. But at the same point, I am a car girl, and so I wanted to see more variety there. And to your point, you were talking about is that, I wish some of the manufacturers, which I don't want a full copycat, but I would have liked to have seen a bit more of them taking some lead from some of the Jeep aftermarket products, because I would have liked to have seen more stuff that I've seen in the Jeep. I couldn't tell you right now what.
Tube doors, I did see, but maybe one set of tube doors. Maybe
yeah,
I
think there was one set of
that had tube doors.
Yeah, so I would have liked to have seen more of that.
And Ford.
Yeah, so not a ton. So I would have liked to seen a bit more of that from an aftermarket perspective for us.
And I just don't think they've had their hands on Broncos long enough.
Yeah.
To do that sort of development. So they developed what was kind of simple for them to get out.
I can see that.
I think next year is maybe the year where we're really going to see a lot more accessories and things like that, because everyone was looking for a hardtop, which surprisingly there was nothing, no hardtop alternative there. The only thing was the My Top for the convertible soft top, which is a cool idea, but like we discussed, I mean, it's kind of ugly looking. I mean, for my taste, I wouldn't get that. But the whole automatic convertible thing and not worrying about scratching your roll bar, that's awesome. But I don't know. There was a lot of bumper choices, and that's about it.
The My Top may look better if it was a black canvas. The one that they were displaying was gray canvas, so it made that back window look like a purple.
They had their special look to all their Jeeps and everything were all the same color,
Right.
Yeah.
In
But
that
if they
top,
had black, might blend that window in a little bit more.
When I
And
think
again, yeah, it's
in
added
y'all's
weight.
video,
and something we don't
what they
need.
would do special stitching color and stuff too. I think.
Yeah, they would do do a different canvas. There was like 9 different colors, and then there was like 35 different stitches that they could use to customize it.
I was surprised no more, what you guys use, the Husky floor mats. I didn't really see any options for floor mats there, which is, there's a lot of little things I think that they don't make a splash, but there's stuff that people want that you don't really know you want sometimes. Like floor mats,
Right.
there's no way, like I ordered the Ford floor mats because at the time, that was the only ones I could find, where you guys found the Husky, which I actually like better, because yours is your rear floor mat's a 1-piece, right? The Ford is a 2-piece, and we noticed it with the FE we tested. You could see the 2-piece just flopping in the wind.
Well, make sure if you take your doors off, they will fly out if you leave them in there. If you have a 2-piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing too
actually
is
held it down.
the Ford ones, they don't cover underneath the gas pedal, which we pointed out in our video. Like that's where all the dirt goes for me when I step on the pedal, falls off my foot, and it's in that carpet. It's just a pain. So the Huskies do cover that, which is nice.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see like with the hardtop, or not the hardtop, but like the 2-door, there wasn't a lot of accessories. One of the vendors actually told me that they simply will not spend R&D time until they know that Ford has the hardtop solidified.
Yeah.
Because like the last thing we want to
Literally.
see is an MIC 3.0, and we got to redesign everything. He goes, so we're literally just sitting waiting to see what they're gonna come out with.
Yeah, David says, I was looking for roof racks, and most companies we talked to are waiting to get their hands on the 2.0, which I hate even calling that a 2.0 because, let's be honest, it's just the one that was fully built. They didn't change the design. They just actually,
Made it correct?
Yes, manufactured it correctly.
Yeah,
but
like rolled the edges and primered it or something, right?
oh,
And it was
man,
funny too, because if you got close to some of the hardtops at SEMA, they were first gens, which I love. I'm totally thrilled that they did that because I did not want to see a customer sitting waiting for their Bronco and there's one sitting on the SEMA floor.
Yep.
If it's not a
Agreed.
customer's.
yeah, that was nice, and like you guys were saying earlier, like they had to get customer, which happens with SEMA. Let's see, we knew Evil Truck was there. I guess that was his name, right? The guy from Indiana. He was outside with some of the other Jeeps. Let's see, did we know anybody else that was there? I can't think of any other. Well, the solid axle Bronco. Pickens, did you guys get to? I didn't get to see it in person, which I was really disappointed.
We saw it in person. Didn't we?
A couple times.
Yeah, a couple times.
It moved around quite a bit.
I was gonna say I keep seeing it in different positions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
that was kinda weird
outside.
that it moved.
Yeah, it was outside in the parking lot. Then it moved into actual Ford's booth for a couple days, and then we saw it during the parade as well. I mean, it was a sweet looking Bronco. With what do they call that? The black with the orange from back in the early '90s.
The sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I think that brings back memories for me.
No, that guy did it actually. He did it well. And what's funny was everybody started breaking tie rods, and so my buddy with Luke with Lifestyle Off Road hit that guy up, and because that's the only one we knew that he was getting rid of his stuff anyways, and he was like, "Hey, you want to sell those?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'll sell them." So that's how he got his spare set of tie rods, which is funny because it's like you got a Vulture Broncos right now if you want any kind of spare parts.
Yeah. It's like in the Nissan world where people are getting ready to get rid of their vehicles. It'd be like part out. So it's kind of the same mentality.
I thought Ford's booth was really, really good. What was the RTR Bronco that was there with the wide fenders? Fun Runner? No.
Oh, the Fun Runner, yep.
The Fun Runner, yeah.
I was pretty impressed with that. I have to say, I thought some of the things you see at SEMA though are pretty bad if you look at quality. That one was
but
pretty
that's a known
good.
thing.
The one, what was the gray 4-door Bronco?
One in the Baja area, a Bronco.
Baja Designs,
The
I
paint-
think. Their welds on their front bumper were horrible. I mean, like it was embarrassing bad.
There were some where the paint was so off as well. Like it just did not match. It was so noticeable.
Well, 4-wheel parts, that 2-door they had, you could tell they hurriedly slapped the logos on there because there was bubbles sticking in it. They didn't.
H1 and I were talking about that. It's like the logos were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that me? Am I H1?
You're H1.
Yeah, you're H1.
Okay.
Matt Pickens, you're
so
H1.
I've had friends that have done SEMA as actually brought their cars to it, and I've had them. They've gone as attendees. And I mean, it is a dog and pony show, right?
Yes.
Like you're not going there to see the best of the best, but at the same time, you're going there to look at products, and you see something, you're like, well, this isn't great quality. You may not know, especially if it's your first time at SEMA, you may not actually know that like that's not the actual quality from the factory. That's just like slapped on, probably built 2 hours before it had to go to SEMA. And I think that companies can do it themselves a disservice by you look at it and you're like, well, this is crap. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like a lot of Instagram builds. A lot of times you see them in person, you're just like, ooh, it photos well. I
My
thought,
friend calls them Bluetooth drivetrains.
yes,
That's what,
yes, but I will say, even some of the bro dozers I've seen there, I was kind of disappointed that they all had drive shafts. I really, because a lot of times you see them, they don't, but there wasn't a lot of bro dozers there this year.
no.
Well, they were outside.
No, but there's usually like twice that, if not more.
Well, they said about half the vendors did not show up.
Well, did you notice the Foose section? Like all of his cars
Oh, that was
are way,
proper real estate.
way spread out, man.
We were Coderman and I were
Yeah.
talking about that when we're running to the 4-wheel parts booth.
Yes.
I mean, what was that, like maybe 30,000 square feet, like in that entire building,
lot.
and more than half of it was his display.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be different, I guess, if there was a lot of people surrounding the cars, but
Yeah.
there was so much room inside there, it looked out of place.
Well, his cars had to socially distance, is what that was.
20
I
feet.
get it. I get it. You don't want to spread that between cars. I thought 4-wheel parts did a great job with their booth. Quadratech for Jeeps did really good.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, Ford booths in general. Ford was really nice. We were there for the
Toyota's booth was good.
Toyota. We didn't get to see Rams completely, but I did get a peek at Rams. It was nice. I was disappointed in my brand Nissan that they didn't really bring much.
It
You
was,
They
mean
did have the Z.
They had the
They
Z.
had the Z girls walking around everywhere.
Well, that
And then
Almost
you
to
had
the Z,
Han.
3 miles away.
yeah, and Coderman H2 there got to meet a Han. How was that, man? Because you seemed like we walked by him the first day, and you were kind of like, hey, that's the dude from Fast and Furious. And I was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, so my quick story, my car craziness comes from Fast and the Furious. And to be able to meet him in person, so be able to see him anyways was just kind of cool, right? It's I know you from TV, whatever. But I just happened to be walking the same way he was and asked him for a quick picture, say hi. And, he was moving to this next section, but his handler actually went in front of us and snapped a couple photos.
But you know what?
And
they
then,
said, you know who
had a
this
quick
is?
conversation.
They were like, do
What?
you know who this is, Han? And he's like, no, this is Coderman. And they're like, oh shit, we gotta stop.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Oh no, it was cool to see him. There was a few people like the Diesel brothers. I mean, I don't get excited by that stuff, but I know why people do. And
I
are
was
really
there. I
nice.
was cool about that.
no,
They were really nice.
no, and I don't doubt that at all. Because they were outside. What we saw, one of them was outside. We were
yeah,
walking
he was
to the-
out taking a picture.
And
with
was-
somebody.
I also saw Richard Rawlings.
Oh, I heard that wasn't
Oh yeah,
a very good experience.
I heard that wasn't
He
a
is
great experience.
very much not a nice guy at all. That's all I'm going to say.
Very much not a nice guy. Got it.
Right.
That's a quote.
That is definitely a quote. I have to say, like SEMA, all the people from SEMA did a great job. They were all
Yes.
very, very nice and helpful. This was the first event the full event they've gotten to do in Vegas. So
Yes, the
that
first
was-
for the LVCC, and it was the biggest one.
which was
And the security guards had a time with trying to get people to keep their masks on.
Yes, they did.
I
yes,
didn't have it on the whole week.
yes, in Peugeot. I it's fun. It's better to call him Han because that's how I know him. Is
And if you said his actual name, most people, honestly, unless they're huge fans, wouldn't even know.
yeah.
It's just kind of the way it goes. But the third day, or what is it, the fourth day, third? I don't know. The last day. No, I wasn't there the last day. The second to last day of SEMA, it was fun to see people that they'd given up on the masks.
Yes.
Like people are just like, nope, it's just not going to happen.
I'm sure.
No, I mean, definitely everyone was not wearing a mask. Nobody ever asked me to put it on.
I had
but
a county cop told me to put mine on.
Well,
Wow.
but the funny thing about the mask thing, so on our flight coming from Nashville to
Oh my
Las
gosh.
Vegas, we're just sitting there and we're just kind of waiting. And then all of a sudden, we flew Spirit Airlines. These like 2 or 3 people came on the flight and they were like, sir, ma'am, gotta go. And they removed them from the plane. And come to find out, they were belligerently drunk, and she was refusing to put her mask on. So they said, you know what? We're not dealing with you on a 4-hour flight. You got to go. And they were like, that was the easiest removal from a plane that they've ever had to do. They literally told them, they got up, they got off the plane, and that was it. And it was a quiet flight.
Wow.
Who
Yeah.
gets drunk before you go to Vegas?
Well, no,
that's
but
like
they,
a
they were
pre-gaming.
Nashville's a
Oh,
party
yeah.
town.
Well, yeah,
anymore,
because
too.
Nashville's a party town now, too. So they were probably stopping over.
Let's see.
Oh, somebody had asked if there were Bimini tops.
Bimini tops?
Yeah, that didn't require a support bar.
I don't know.
There were none there.
There were none
but
there.
The gear shade does not require a bar.
Yeah, but
which is
you know
cool.
what though? I know you guys did a review on those things. I'm still not, and I use their product for the Jeep that I have. I'm not. That's the one bummer of the not having the center support bar. Is I watched in y'all's video, you could see that thing just still kind of bouncing around.
That was user error on
That
my
was
fault.
user error.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
didn't
okay.
have the straps on correctly. But even if it's flapping, it doesn't make like a flapping noise. And how often are you driving like this? Looking
you've
at
never
and
rode
seeing
with,
something.
You've never rode with me. I'm always like, whoa.
I mean, the old flapping that happens is, I mean, in the back, like the kids can't even see it.
Yeah, but it was my fault. I didn't connect the straps on the rear of the
Yeah.
mini top correctly. So that's totally my fault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I haven't been using it a lot lately just because it's been perfect weather here, so there's no need for it right now.
Yeah,
Right.
rub it in with your Bronco.
Yeah. Your Bronco.
And beautiful
Hey, it's
weather,
cold as
right?
hell here. I'm still driving the Bronco. Doesn't matter.
Let's see, guys. If you have questions or comments, definitely.
So I saw one question that asked if I have more miles than Pickens Ford. There's no way.
I was gonna say I don't believe
How many
this.
miles
no
do you
way.
have? How many miles do you have?
700.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We're like
32.
32.
Yeah.
My buddy Luke has like 7,000 on his now.
But didn't he drive it like from?
He
where
drove
does
to
he even
Nashville.
live?
He's in
Or
Iowa.
Yeah,
Knoxville,
he-
actually.
Wow.
And then
But
he like
there's
off.
somebody's got 10,000 on theirs now.
I just saw that. Yeah.
Wow.
Saw they posted that earlier today.
I bet I have like 3 miles on mine.
I hope that's all we
I haven't
have
got
on
to
it.
put on it, but you
I
know.
hope that's all
I think
we
we
have.
had
on
what
it.
14 or something when we got ours.
Yeah.
I don't
Didn't we
remember.
have 8 on the Jeep when we got it?
She was all excited. The
I was
Jeep
all
only had
excited
8
because
miles.
that was the smallest amount of mileage I've ever had on a vehicle, driving it off the lot. Paul Elliott asked if WeatherTech had a booth. Yes, they did have a booth. We didn't spend really time in there. Did you guys spend time in the WeatherTech booth?
No.
I don't even remember seeing it.
We
I don't
didn't
either.
see it.
It was by 4-wheel parts.
Oh. No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
You were too busy looking at 4-wheel parts.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So I know this is Bronco hour, but I have to shout out Chevy as well for a couple of reasons. One, they had the Z06, which
that was awesome.
I love fast cars, so there we are. But they also had the Chevy Beast,
Yes.
which is their entry into the off-road world. And
Concept. Let's say concept.
so Dave, I forgot to tell you though, I actually got to meet the designer the next day.
You mean that kid with
and
the
actually-
crown?
Stop it. Let him talk.
Okay,
You're
we'll
being
go
rude.
with that.
No,
No, but I can't say much. It was cool to kind of hear like the inception, like how they built it. And,
Well, we had
and
this
all that,
wreck.
but-
We had this wreck Silverado, so we chopped the rest of the rear off and put some links
You've
on
drank too much because you're cutting him off.
it. No, I'm just.
It's
being
fine.
funny. I'm being funny, but no, that is cool. The Z06 was awesome to see there, so quickly after the debut of it. Pickens, I know you're Bronco people, but was there anything else that kind of stood out for you guys other than Ford?
Yeah, well, other than Ford, I don't know. But
We got Bronco
were looking
Nation in the house. Wow,
He's
we got
been in the house.
No, we got David and official Bronco Nation.
Oh.
Thank you for joining, guys.
I will say that overall, SEMA was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I get the hype about it all. I get the exhaustion. I get all of that. So it doesn't matter if you're a Bronco fan, supercar fan, weird build car fan. Like, there is something there for everybody.
Yep. And we were also looking for things for the Super Duty truck, the trimmer that we have, and found some really cool products for basically outfitting the rear for like overlanding and things. So it was funny. Some of the manufacturers that like make the bed cover did not have a specific product I was looking for, but we walked 20 feet down the hall and we find two vendors that did. So that was cool to kind of put those pieces together. So yeah, we were excited about a lot of things there.
We spent most of our time in the West Hall, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was there one thing that you guys were like, oh, this isn't what I kind of a letdown?
I would say, like, not really let down, but I expected more Bronco accessories, I guess, not just bumpers and stuff like that. But if you think about it, not many people have a Bronco.
Yeah.
These manufacturers had to borrow a Bronco to get, what they had. So I think next year will be a little bit better for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
and
agree.
I think overall navigation of the location is hard because, like, I know the app is, it's well built, but it would say for navigation, like where you're trying to find or where you're going, say, what are you near? And it's like, well, I'm near a lot of things. So, that was kind of hard to navigate when you were in a hurry to find out where you were at that moment and where you were trying to go. I wish it was more Google.
Yeah,
like
and
Google
to it
Maps
from
where
an
you can track me.
an organizing your schedule perspective, like
Yes.
hindsight, like I wish they would have planned a little bit better for the oh my gosh, what's the word? The press conferences, because like we did the Toyota one.
What a nightmare.
Then we ran
just
to
the Ford and the four-wheel parts. That one,
Yeah.
they were right after one another,
Yes.
but they were on completely different halls.
Exactly. That's
Not like completely different halls, like a mile and a half away
like
from
30
each other.
Yeah.
30-minute run. Like because we did Toyota and then we did the Ford and then we saw you guys at Four Wheel Parts and you guys were there when it started, but we should have left earlier from Ford. So for me, like I would like for them to organize the heavy duty, like if you're talking if it's the year of the Bronco, let's go ahead and think about it and go, okay, where are these Bronco fanatics probably going to want to go?
Yeah.
Or the people, they're probably going to want to go to this. So maybe we give an extra 30 minutes before they do, some more time. So, we're not the organizers of this, so we couldn't tell how they put all that together, but it would have been nice.
What was it? West Hall was basically all the overland stuff, right?
Yeah, because there was actually the overland at
Which
the
is
end.
cool because in 19 was the first year they kind of played to overland, and they had a half of or a quarter of that set up for overland.
Yeah, this is the first time they had a dedicated hall for that.
I know for me, like that Explorer that we saw, Coderman, that thing was freaking wicked.
The trailer cost as much as the SUV.
Yes. And I've got to drop a video on that because that was fun. I didn't mean to cut you off, Krista. What were you about to say?
I was just going to say, I'm curious, everyone was commenting how small it was. I'm just curious, how big is it actually? Like, I can't imagine walking to any more places to see any more things.
I think
so. The convention itself is about this. From this, I'm gathering from people that have gone in the past. The convention itself is obviously the same size, but what it is that stuff's stuck closer together. So you see more stuff, but it just takes longer. So like you would be in the West Hall for a day and a half, and there'd just be no way to see everything. Because one of my buddies came. This is his 7th time, and he was like, "Wow, I've never been able to do SEMA in a day." He's like, and granted, I'm not huge on the Bronco, but like I got to see everything much faster. Yeah. And I know like for like tires and wheels, people think that's just tires and wheels, but there actually were some pretty good builds, and one of which was a midnight purple R34. Which was very cool to come upon.
But didn't you say you saw so many tires or something
that was day one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I had to pick up my badge, and which I think was hilarious. That's where they start you. And I was like, oh, I see a Bronco kind of off in the far, so I'm gonna go walk to it. And I was like, what the hell am I? This is like tire rack. Turns out it was.
So someone asked about our Bronco if we had rear locker, and we do not. And I will say that last time we spoke, we were okay without having it, doing Florida stuff. But after Las Vegas
I was
off
gonna
rodeo,
say, after off rodeo, you've changed your mind, haven't you?
yeah, like she's like hooked on rock
Put your
crawling now.
reservation
Like,
in today.
yeah, I think she
Yeah.
already placed an order for some rocks from North Carolina or boulders
Yeah,
to be
this is
shipped down.
it's like I can build another Bronco, but where am I going to take it? I'm
We've
still
got
living in Florida.
Oh no, we've got.
Oh,
to
we
bring
live in
you-
Nashville. Remember?
Come to
You're not
Windrock
far.
Park in East Tennessee.
Yeah.
True.
And we will show you a good time.
Yeah,
up
we'll
there.
show you how to.
And
We'll show you how
the
to
other
use
thing
that
too,
locker.
ARB, they are coming out with air lockers. They said the rear will be out first, and then they'll have front air locker as well for the
Hey,
Broncos. So that's
let me-
another option.
Let me tell you how rude those people were.
Really, we really enjoy. We'll tell you a
So
story.
so they had a it probably was their South American people. They had some people coming up, and Kelly was trying to do a review on the one Bronco bumper they had away from the
Oh, yay.
That was
weird
hanging there.
yeah. And she was videoing it, and they literally walked right in front of her, stood right in front of the bumper.
And then one of the guys actually put his arm on the bumper
Yeah.
and stood there and talked
And
to
she's
the
literally,
other
you
buddy.
know, it's hard enough to sit here and like trying to film yourself doing reviews on these things. And so she looked at me and she's like, they literally just walked in my shot. And I don't know if they didn't speak English or you know, whatever that language barrier might have been, but they just totally didn't get it. So I, as an asshole, walked up in there and I just in their face was like with my camera, like trying to, I mean, like I was kind of being an asshole about it. Like, hey, you know, trying to film this in my video and never moved at all. And finally, 10 minutes later, they finally
They
got out of
walked
the way.
away on their own, and then we were able to go in and get a shot.
But I was like,
yeah,
Oh.
it was, and they were ARB guys.
Yes.
so it wasn't
They
like
were
it was
asserted
just somebody.
ARB guys.
Yeah,
They were actually really nice to us. So I think it was on Tuesday.
well, we
did
all
a
don't wear
video.
ripped jeans, Krista. Okay. We're not all trying to promote OnlyFans.
we don't
okay?
all have an after dark.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was wearing ripped jeans that day, but we went there to do a video. I think it was on Tuesday, and we, filmed it. And then halfway through the day, we decided just to check on our stuff, and our sound was not working. So we actually set up an appointment to do another video with them, and they were really nice about it.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that you
And it
had
may
that
have been
experience.
different ARB people than what you
Yeah,
had.
it could have been.
Because people were
probably
saying
gave us-
ARB are Aussies, and these guys were not Aussies. Not that it matters,
No,
but it just
these guys were definitely from South America. And like I said, I'm sure there was a language barrier that they just didn't. But I was surprised that also people with a camera, they chose to not look at what she was doing. And I was like, that's what was kind of pissing me off was I can work with people walking through your shot, or like I was poking fun at Bronco Nation about like Jordan kind of every time we tried to do something seemed like he was in our way. These people just gave two rats asses about like what we were trying to do. And I'm like, you know what I guess what ultimately gets you is we spend a lot of money to come film these things to
promote somebody else's
yes,
brand.
we're promoting your brand. Now, yes, you watch a video in here, you're watching an ad, there's a kickback. But I'm there more to scratch your back than you are to scratch my back. And for these people to be blatantly give zero
Disrespectful.
F's about that's what bothered me. But ultimately, every vendor was super friendly. Like we
Yes.
started our day off with Bronco Nation. If he's still in there, we talked to David for about 15 minutes. Super accommodating.
Yeah.
It was super nice.
And I'll say ARB was that one experience was the only bad
Yeah,
experience we had of the whole time. So
we went through Ford Performance. They were all nice there. Which
Mm-hmm.
did y'all get to see the upgraded? Gosh, my mind's blank now.
yeah,
Rack and pinion. They had an upgraded rack and pinion sitting there.
on the accessory wall.
No, this was
And it
out.
was
This
outside.
was out on a platform where they had it out.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
yeah, it was in their outside booth.
Which is funny because it basically looks like the same rack and pinion now, but what I think they've probably done is upgraded the seals and stuff in it, which I'm hearing you might want to do with Broncos if you plan to off-road it quite a bit. Ford Performance had a nice booth.
Yeah, it was a very nice
Gave
booth.
away really cool T-shirts, by the way.
Yes.
Or you got coolers too going on at Ford.
What?
What?
Or, yeah, or somebody can steal it from you.
Yeah.
Wow. I heard there was
This
cool
guy.
chairs.
Yeah, I heard there was a chair that got
Stolen
Yeah,
away.
somebody-
That chair's
Cooler chair.
that chair's in Boston now.
How did
All
how
because
did
you
that
stole
happen
it.
to be? So I
yeah.
heard,
So how did this happen?
So for those that don't know, there is a Ford chair that Coderman has, a little fold-out
That
chair,
he
right?
quote
It's
unquote
like a
won.
cooler.
It's a cooler.
It's a cooler,
is it?
like stool type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it was so funny. It's an EcoSport Ford cooler, so
It's not a Bronco one, so I'm not too mad about it.
I'm
but-
gonna have it re-embroidered. Don't worry.
so we're sitting there at Ford, you know, they're doing a demo, and actually, we were there because we were asking
We're
about
the 2.3 tune.
yes, 2.3 performance tune.
Because I was being aggressive.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, hey, I'm going to stick Krista in there to find all the answers. So these two, Coderman and Matt, just sat back while I found the answers. So they,
Ooh.
She didn't find the answers.
Well,
Corrected.
she's getting ready to talk about it right now. So we went up to the stage and I saw her holding this. I thought it was a Bronco thing. I got really excited. Listened to her whole spiel. She didn't touch at all on the tune, nothing like that. And she's like, I got a giveaway. And I'm like, me? And she goes, you want to answer the question? I'm like, well, what's the question? Well, then she asked the question, and it was a Bronco question, and I'm saying it. Coderman lifts up his hand. She calls on him, and he answers the question. So he straight up stole it from me.
Wow.
Well,
It
she had
was-
said, wait for the question, and she didn't wait.
Oh my.
So
Yeah.
he stole my cooler chair.
Which was very difficult to get home with one bag.
Yeah.
But that's
I
enough.
was curious
Well,
how
he had
that.
to
wondering
carry
how
it
that
around
worked
the rest
for
of the
you.
day. He had to carry it around for the rest of the day,
I
so
did.
I was like, haha. That's what you get for stealing that from me.
Yep, it looks like there's a lot of talk about tie rods. And one thing that we did see is Dirt Logic. Oh my gosh, FabTech. So they have tie rods out. Well, I don't know if they're available today, but they were on some
Yeah.
of the built Broncos, which
They've
was
been
promising to
on-
see. Yes,
I
for
need
sure.
those.
Yes. She does need those. And skid plates and batch plates and
Yeah.
yeah.
In every plate.
So-
But you're only in Florida. Why do you need all those things?
Yeah, you only have
Because,
sand.
yeah, because I just drive too fast. That's why.
So I want to get into this, and I'm gonna pull it up here. So Bronco Nation, David and those guys over there dropped the. Hang with me, guys, because I'm trying to edit on the fly here. Dropped the new Raptor pictures, and did you guys see this Raptor at all?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think some more stuff came out while we're sitting here chatting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I just saw.
Well, H1's he's always promoting, so he knows what's going on with the promotions. I will say this, because I had people asking me whether I was going to talk about this or not. I could give two flips about the Raptor, and I'm probably in the minority about this.
You talk about it in every single live that
Well,
you're
but
just out.
the images are out now, and a Jeep called. They want their fenders back.
Wow.
And the grill, I don't like the Ford in the grill at all.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
I know why, because that's the way the Raptor F-150 is. But you would have thought they would have put Ford in the regular Bronco that way, and then for the Raptor did something special like Bronco. So
Whole lot of sensors on that beast, I see.
look at the lower control arms; they're freaking beefy. But I know what motor is in this thing, and I'm going to save it for a video that's going to pop this week. But people have guessed a couple options. They've been right on a couple. But where are you guys at with this? Would you guys drive this big beast of a
Here it
Bronco?
is.
I mean, originally when the talks, yeah, I think I saw those pictures. Originally, that was kind of the plan. Like, hey, let's get the OBX right now because, we wanted the Badlands originally. Let's settle for this. Then when the Raptor comes out, we'll get it. Now, I don't know. I don't think I would because the amount of money that it's going to cost, would you even get it? And I kind of think building my own Bronco is a little bit more fun than dropping, $100K on it?
I think
and it's probably not going to be that awesome.
I think it's
I
going
think
to.
That's gonna be awesome. Yeah. for
It's a
sure.
Raptor.
And it's gonna
It's a
hold its
Raptor.
value.
I
Yeah.
would buy like another car or something.
I mean, it's probably gonna have some stuff that you can't get just out of the box, but you'll be able to do 90% of it. And I honestly want to see what the engine comes out. And Dave, I already know but I'll wait for your video.
Stop it.
to see what it is because I'm curious, how crazy are they going to go? But style wise, I not personally loving it. So I just be one of those, have to see it in person.
I think they could have done better.
Well, here's the thing, like with the like the Raptor and like my truck, the trimmer, like it's nice buying that stuff already capable from the factory with a warranty if you're not planning on making it your own and adding anything or replacing things. That's a good perk if you're going to leave it stock, which I don't know. I don't think a lot of Bronco owners are going to leave things alone, no matter what, no matter how good it is from the factory. It's just that's the fun of it.
Yeah,
I mean, even the Raptor's like that, right? The actual Raptor truck, people modify the hell out of that.
Yeah. The one thing I have to say, so Jeep came out with the 392, and a lot of Jeep owners have been putting V8s in their Jeeps for years, so it wasn't like brand new, like, oh my God. But we've driven that vehicle, Kelly, and it's a big V8 that sounds like a big V8 and sounds really good.
It's amazing.
This is going to be a V6 of some sort. They're not putting a Coyote in this thing by any means. And V6s never sound great. I don't care what the 3rd gen Raptor, I've heard it with the new trombone system for the exhaust. It doesn't sound aggressive. And 2,
what about the GT?
I'm not But the problem I have with this vehicle is the design of what these vehicles are intended for. Jeeps are easy going, cruising with the top off and stuff, and the Raptor designs are high-speed desert runners. I don't imagine people are going to want... Can you imagine the top clicking for one thing? The top's just going to click like crazy, drive people nuts. So you take the top off, and then I've got me and my family in the back of this, and I'm wanting to take this performance vehicles through the dunes or whatever.
Don't be slipping.
No, I don't want to go... I don't want to go 100 mile an hour in this thing with my family in it.
I do.
Well, you're crazy.
I'm going with her. I'll go fast in anything. I don't care.
No. I will go fast in it, but you guys are somewhat new to off-roading versus my experiences, and I know what I would get myself into with this, and I just don't see the need for it. And ultimately, I think this is about 2 years and they're done. They don't sell many of them. I think initially they come out of the gate with there's hot because anything Bronco right now is hot, and people are going to go, oh, it's a collector's item, which no car is a collector's item right now. But I think it's ugly, honestly. I think those orange halo lights are ugly. The Ford grill in it's
I would
ugly.
rather have the non-amber color.
Yeah.
The
me
bumper,
Yeah, I don't understand that. I think they're just trying to differentiate it, but it's a miss for me.
the
Yeah.
bump.
Oh, well,
the-
actually, what it's trying to do is trying to pull the design of the Raptor truck.
Yeah.
Right.
But the round lights don't work that.
No.
The Raptor has these big boxy looking lights. The fenders, I thought these fenders are ridiculous on this thing. I know why.
I thought they could have come up with something better than what I'm looking at right now.
And I agree with John. I think it's going to sell like crazy too, and I think it will be around. Limited quantities per year, but
Sure.
I think it'll be around for a long time, just like the Raptor truck. They are great looking stock trucks,
Yeah, but
I think somebody says it's gonna be 80 inches wide. So it's wide. That's thick.
Oh yeah. It's got the booty for it, man.
That's what she said.
They definitely the taillights. Let me see if I can
I'll drink to that.
see if Bronco Nation had some more pictures of the booty of this thing. I will say those lower control arms are freaking beefy, and the rear track bar and all that is beefy. The taillights looked pretty cool in this thing.
So I want to go back to SEMA real quick because we missed one
Go
thing.
ahead.
It's not Bronco related. It's content creator related. SEMA needs to stop playing audio and playing music when you're in when you're in entire convention hall, inside or outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't understand how they don't get how social media works. And when we go and create a video, we then upload it and YouTube says, oh, you stole this audio, so we're going to mute your track or delete the video. So what do we end up having to do? Redub the entire video.
Yep. And I got nailed for that. I was trying to stream for everybody the Ford reveal of the Keith Urban Mustang and the Ford F-Series. They did the old throwback with its EV. Yeah, and I got 15 seconds of my video is dinged, and then they took any money I made from that video and gave it to somebody because, like you're saying, there's plenty of music that they can use that's copyright free. And
Yeah, and to be honest, they don't even need music because I noticed in some areas the music was really loud. And it's hard to talk to somebody. You're yelling. Your throat's already hurting because you've been talking, for days. And now here you are, kind of have to yell just to have a conversation with somebody. So I don't even think music is necessary. I get it outside with the Ford out front. They want you to be all hopped up and stuff. But inside, no, it doesn't need to be there.
David says it's going to be a divisive design. I think so too. Also on that Raptor, they better do something special on the inside.
Yes.
To justify the prices that they're going to want.
It will be stamped on the dashboard. Maybe in the headrest.
Yes.
And only half of them will get it in the headrest, just like the first gen.
Well, you know what's really bad for Raptor is there's so many people that ordered them in 2020 that still haven't got one. A normal Bronco. I mean, a lot of people. And you're already marketing things that...
Yep, we've talked about this too.
And
well, I think it's to keep everybody excited. They don't want to lose anybody.
Cigar Texan, thank you once again for that super chat.
Thank you.
No, I agree. They're building a brand on these things. I was surprised though we didn't see this.
The problem is you go with like the Everglades, right? Like they're not showing that, but then it's going to come out. And people are still waiting for their 21 to come through.
Yep.
Well, in the Everglades, you're getting a snorkel, probably some special badging, and basically the bumper now with their winch plate attached to it. I don't get it. I love it that they're going all out with this, but I kind of wish we would get. But I hate to say it once again, I think there's too many models of Bronco out now.
Yeah.
So at some point, do they pull back some of these other models?
Dirt Mountain Rescue.
Do you guys think that they keep adding these? Do they pull back some of the base models? I
think they will. I think they'll combine some of them, and I think in 23 you're gonna be able to get more options on more of them. Like I'm hoping you'll be able to get the high package on Black Diamond because it makes no sense to me why I can't have the 12-inch screen because I want the vinyl interior.
Exactly my thoughts.
Well, they want to push you to Badlands.
But then that doesn't have the vinyl interior.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one I drove on Saturday did.
Yeah, that's why we went.
I didn't know that
That's
then.
one of the reasons we ended up going Badlands was because I was a Black Diamond order, and the only thing I really didn't get was the sway disconnect in the signature headlights. And I was like, well, for what it
And now we do.
Yeah, well, maybe. If it ever comes in. And guys, wait till
that's
that
true.
video drops of me picking this thing up because... Oh, man. Guys, Krista, did you guys have a smooth operation of buying your Bronco? Was it smooth for you guys?
Yes. It was actually an excellent experience. They offered us X-Plan pricing, even though at that time, which we'll get on that, it wasn't offered. Is that offered now for 22?
22
Can you
it
get
is,
X-Plan?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but our dealer offered X-Plan on it, and they were amazing. They didn't even try to get another nickel out of us. It was the smoothest car buying experience I ever had.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coderman, did you any problems when you were doing yours?
No, I mean, I had wished that my dealer had kept me updated a little bit more, but I know their hands were kind of tied in that regard. I mean, they didn't know hardly anything either. When I went to go pick it up, there was a ADM on it, but it was informed to me that they simply just put that on every vehicle that comes off the truck. For whatever reason, I decided not to take it. It would immediately go on the lot and be upcharged. I think it was 5 or 10 grand.
Yeah.
But they assured me that I wasn't paying that, and I was very adamant that I wasn't paying that.
Well, I will say our dealership they tried to mark us up $2,500 from the get-go. Not from the get-go of ordering it, but when we
sat down last week or before SEMA.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh no, $2,500." And I said, "Oh,
like,
dude,
no."
I got emails, and my salesperson, who's been very, very honest
Amazing.
with us, he was like, "Look, man, I'm going to tell them that we have emails saying we would not do this." But
it's funny because on a lot of the groups, people would be like, "Well, I'm gonna talk to my people and like I'm gonna make sure that they know so they can hear it in my voice and everything." And it's like, no, you get that crap in proof. Like you get that in writing. that this is what's
Even
going to
then,
happen.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest,
For sure.
I don't. My dad went through something with his truck. He paid cash. The check was clear. He owned it for 2 weeks. I mean, what's somebody supposed to do? Go get a lawyer who wants to spend the money on the lawyer and do all this stuff. So honestly, the dealers have the upper hand in this situation, and people like us just have to either buy it or walk away.
Right.
Yep.
Well, Bronco Nation
which
is
stinks.
saying X-Plan is not available for 22 model year, which somebody was posting it was. So
I think it's still one of those things that it's not officially available, but there is a way to get it. Because I know personally 2 people that have got it as their stockholders. So I don't know all the details on how they're doing it, but it's out there.
but yeah, our video that we'll produce after we receive our Bronco is going to be interesting.
I think it's going to come in tomorrow. I don't know why. I just do.
Okay.
I do too.
I'll take
By
it.
the way, you mentioned stockholders. You see their stocks up to $20.42. So not only you get X-Plan, but you also, can make $14 in about a year.
I've seen a lot of people bragging about, oh man, I've made 100% or whatever on that, and I'm like, man, you should get into digital coins, dude, because I've made like 3x or whatever. I've seen a lot of people that are going, man, I've made.
If you need a Coinbase referral, you just let us know.
Yeah.
We've got you.
But there was a lot of people here recently going, man, I've really made money on my $100 or whatever I put in on Ford, and I'm like, dude, that $100 with some digital coins would be like thousands.
600% return.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, but there is risk involved.
Yes.
Yes.
They're saying Bronco Nation's saying Ford has said it's not available. So I don't know where I would have to read where I read that came from.
It must
I mean,
just
I know
be-
the groups, yeah.
Yeah, it must just be the thing, like our dealer, obviously we got X-Plan, whether it was approved or they cut corners,
Right, or
we got X-Plan pricing.
I saw
Or they
someone
used to under
pull a screenshot of the X-Plan website that had the 2022 Bronco on it, but I haven't gone there myself to look. But yeah, we did not actually get X-Plan. They just honored X-Plan and charged us $100 over invoice and no dealer fee, and they didn't try to charge us anything
Nice.
extra.
How do you guys feel now? So Granger and some of these smaller places were really trying to get customers, and they knew that Ford was going to base reservations or their I can't think of the words tonight, but they were going to give them special treatment if they sold so many. Dealerships are doing that. So the smaller dealerships are like, hey, well, yeah, the allocations, and the smaller dealerships are like going all out trying to get people to buy from them, and then Ford flips the script on that now, and it's like, how would you like to be some of these Granger people that, that I think, what was it? They've sold over 600. And
Something like that.
they were supposed to get 200 this year, and they're not even getting 50
Next year.
And
I know somebody that went through them, and he's saying it's probably 23 if he's lucky before he gets his. So
do you think that you could
try to change
switch?
dealers today? You're gonna get strong armed because you're at their mercy.
Well, here's what you do: you do a reservation now, and I bet you get your reservation today. You got it before the one you got at Granger somewhere else.
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah.
Which I've noticed that on some of the forums, people have said that they've gone in and made another reservation and gotten more movement on that than their original.
That's crazy.
Which is just, it's insane how this was set up. But I know there's a ton of factors, and I know we've gone into it a bunch, and you've done it on your show a bunch too, but
Omnipotent
I need
Shib.
to learn.
Shib all the way, dude. Shib all the way. I made my money on Doge, and
Doug.
I know. I've made my money on Doge, and I moved from Doge to some of the other coins. Let's see, Kelly. What's some final thoughts with you and SEMA?
You need more than a day.
Yeah, well, the partying definitely.
Yeah. Somebody said, was it just a party? The
night was not, but we didn't go crazy.
They were talking about the music.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't clubbing, but it was definitely enough music to interfere with your monetization of any kind of videos that you had, unless you overdubbed. So that would be.
I had around 3,000 view live stream that I got zero. I got 7 cents now for because I finally was able to clip out the 15 seconds of stupid Ford music,
which could have at least paid for our hotel, probably.
No, not that well, but it would still help fund some of the trip.
Some fun, yeah.
Could have paid for a shot.
What was worse
at Guy
is on
Fieri.
Friday, on Friday, everybody outside had their speaker systems on, and every truck that was lifted out there, and you could hear their music from a mile away. So not only did it compete with Ford out front and everybody else who had their own music, but you had every truck with an audio system playing their own music as well. So we were running and muting, and
you definitely, even for SEMA Ignited, for the parade and everything, you couldn't live stream.
No, it'd be bad.
Yeah.
So for me, you can just wait just a second.
Sorry.
Just wait just a second. You asked me a question. I'm trying to give you the answer. But yeah, like I can definitely see why it's bucket list for people to go to SEMA. Like I didn't understand it until we were there, why it was such a thing. Like if you like vehicles, then SEMA is a must do. We actually have a friend here in our hometown that we didn't even know was going out there. He literally went for the for Friday for the one. So yeah, no, amazing experience. I would definitely recommend being organized in what you want to accomplish. Because otherwise you're just running around like a crazy person.
And you do go into overload.
Yes.
Like you see one Bronco, you've seen 100 Bronco. Like they do start
97
blending.
as it turns out.
Yeah, they do start blending together a little bit. You got to have a game plan, definitely.
For sure.
Clearly, the Pickens had a game plan versus.
Yes, they had a much better game plan than we did.
Well, we went in with a plan, like for next year.
That's too fancy for me.
Yeah, that's not going to work. So November 1st through 4th of 2022 is SEMA. Yeah. And we will definitely be there.
Just for one day, right?
No.
My liver?
You're staying the week this time, right?
At least 2 days.
Oh, come on.
What?
Well, here's the thing. It just depends because think about it. I mean, you guys have kids. Halloween is on the 31st. So how are we going to fly in on the 31st and be ready for SEMA on Tuesday? So we'll just
I'll definitely have to miss Tuesday. It'll be Wednesday through Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, believe the hype, guys. If I know it's not open to the public per se.
All the time. It was today. It was this year, wasn't it?
So this year, it was open on Friday to the
for
public for 5,000 people. And then SEMA Ignited came with that as well. But yeah, so the public came in on Friday during the day.
But they weren't allowed in, right? They
Yeah.
could walk around. But
5,000 people with paid admission.
Oh, okay.
On Friday. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely if you know somebody that's an exhibitor or somebody, I recommend trying to buddy up with somebody to get in there. I had people, you know what's funny? I had somebody direct message me on Instagram asking for my passes because they knew that I was leaving early, and I was like,
nope, not ruining that.
Yeah, you don't want to risk that.
Nope.
You'd be banned forever.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sorry.
Not happening.
It's part of what I do. I need to fund this.
You did not ask me, but my one takeaway that I maybe
sorry, Matt. Sorry,
missed out.
H1.
I missed out item.
Matt, what was the one takeaway that you feel like you missed out on?
My one regret is not finding or running into the two men that I was in a mosh pit with that were wearing suits and blazers. I was hoping later during the week we'd be like, "Hey, there you are." I have bruises from that, and
I'm sad that I missed the mosh pit.
I'm sad that I missed the mosh pit.
You weren't there for that?
No.
They
We
went
were
home
there
too
for your
early.
20. We were there for your $20.
Oh yeah.
that's amazing.
So the Pickens, so we're watching this live band play, and they're very, as an ex-musician, they're very good. And they have a tip jar up there, and the people kept putting money up there. You'd ask, play a song, and they almost nailed everything people would ask for. And Chia Pet over there decided that no, they gave me the 20, not the band.
How H1 is
No.
H1
That's
is
not what
off.
happened.
H1 is off promoting Pickens Party of
Yes.
5.
He's out there
That's not
really
what happened.
working the system, and she's out there collecting 20s.
Well, that's not really what happened. Some dude just came up to me and gave me a $20 bill, and I'm like,
Wow.
guess I still got it.
I was there. He said, here, give them this 20 and tell them that you want to sing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said.
And then he kept watching her the whole night of being
Yep.
like, are you
Kept looking at you.
Yeah.
going to give that 20?
I did.
Hey, Craig, I missed the H1 and H2 discussion also, so don't feel
You're
bad.
not on
I think I
social
might be
media.
H1.
Yeah, some people here aren't on social media, so therefore they miss out on the conversation.
A whole
Well,
lot
I
of
think this came up though prior to the social media thing. Didn't this kind of start?
No.
Over...
No, this started on social media.
I was just trying to think how it even started. I don't even remember.
It's in this social
I
media.
don't even think I got a nickname out of this whole ordeal.
It's in the socials.
Yes, you
no,
did.
You
You're
have
the
a nickname.
kidnapper.
Oh, the kidnapper.
Ghosted us.
Dave's the kidnapper because he took me and ran.
Yeah, there you
You're
go.
Amy.
I'm Amy.
Kidnapper and Amy.
Yeah.
I'm Amy.
How did Amy come along?
Because H1 comes up to me and he goes, Amy, da 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 da, something something something, and I was like, did you just call me Amy? And he's like, that's your name. No, that's not my name. It's Kelly. And this is like 12 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
or
well
like
into the night.
11:30 something.
We would turn our back and suddenly Matt H1
Matt was
there was
gone.
be like not just gone, but you're literally promoting. I was like, dude, just
course.
have fun.
Or
He
he's like
normally
half a
doesn't.
I was
block
having
away.
fun. You know what I was actually trying to do is she took the credit card away, and I knew some of these people there had like business accounts paying for their
Oh,
drinks.
so
So
you
I
want
was
your
hoping,
drinks.
hey man, my company's paying for a drink. You want one? And I could be like, yeah, that's like 34.
Because he needed more. There's a reason why I took his wallet away.
Wow.
So he'd still be living today.
Call you the
Get
ball clipper, not.
No, I
not
watched the
Chia.
wallet kept getting put
It was
in
well-deserved.
the
It
butt
was
drinks.
Yeah, I had one butt cheek with a wallet, the other cheek with butt drink.
Oh, I gotta show that. I gotta find that picture.
I
I'm
have
surprised
it.
you haven't yet. It's
Well,
I know.
it took a minute.
Do you need me to send it to you? Because I took it.
Do we need to get permission?
I don't care.
You already showed the OnlyFans picture.
Did I?
Yes.
Wow. All right. So,
I'm getting it. Hold on. I'll get it faster than you will.
oh wow, now it's a challenge.
Oh, they getting rowdy in the comments. They drinking with us?
Of
Oh, they
they're
always
drinking
do.
with us.
You haven't met our people.
I did once.
And if you guys have not liked and subscribed Pickens Party of 5 and Coderman, please make sure that you go.
And speaking of, we're like this close to 5K, and it's killing me that we haven't hit it yet. So if you
You're-
haven't
what?
and you enjoy the fun,
No,
You're
we haven't.
over
hit it.
5,000? What are you talking about?
No, we're not. Just barely
yeah.
there.
When I was on there today, I thought it said that.
girl, you gotta get them eyes checked.
I just sent it to you.
No.
That's Bronco
No.
math. She's working about Bronco math there.
I
No.
guess.
All right.
I thought I was on there today and it said 5,000.
I mean,
It's like
we'll take it.
49.80, right, or something like that.
I don't even think it's that.
Last time we looked,
See,
it
I
was
should have promoted a
60
little
away.
bit more.
I know.
could have had it
I
there
know.
for you.
H1.
Yeah, I bet you'd have got more subscribers, but when you left, you're promoting stop.
Yeah, I stopped promoting.
See, I
those
might
with
have to
Coderman.
hire him out from under you, Krista. Is what may happen.
What?
I may have to
What was that?
hire him out from under you, and
That's all right. I do all the work anyway.
Wow.
No, hey, wait. At off rodeo, I probably walked 4 miles because I just was outside the Bronco recording all the Broncos.
Oh, and that
So-
shot you got of the 3-wheel was amazing.
That was cool.
Yeah, I was risking my limbs to get that shot. I
Wow.
had a 6 foot. No, I had like a 6 foot
Wasn't.
selfie stick.
Did you
thing
feel
going on.
like you were gonna fall out of the Bronco, or is it like it just looks way more aggressive than it is?
It looks more aggressive. Like when you first pop up, you feel like a little woo, but it's not as. You can't really tell.
How'd that go again?
Woo.
What was it?
A little woo.
What? Did I miss something?
Yeah, I said, what was that again? And you said,
What I.
a little
woo.
woo.
All right. So we're gonna end this on this because this is
Gosh.
hilarious.
Oh, of course. Has to be me, right?
Wow, so conceited. It has to be me.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
talking about butt drinks and everyone needs to see it.
Well, you kind of are the celebrity, so
Yeah. So
why not?
So this is Miss. I'm gonna one up everybody.
Chia Pet's going to leave us behind.
All right.
No,
so
I'm not. You're my people. Keep telling me that.
So-
You're not getting rid of me.
So what's funny about this picture is this is an open can of booze, by the way, in her back pocket.
Of course, you had to emphasize that.
It's not even like So there you go, and go ahead and like and subscribe to the Pickens.
Because we have a wild side. No, after
Clear-
dark, right?
clear- yes.
After
Pickens
dark.
Party 5 After Dark. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So we get to Guy's place and we go to check in, and she goes, Pickens
Oh,
Party of 5, and we were like, oh, you're even promoting your channel at dinner, and she was like, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
yes.
but there's 5 of us.
And
so
she was like,
it makes
actually,
sense.
it's under Krista.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cigar
that was
Texan
funny.
says you need a join button. I need something for subscribers is what I need.
I think you need
Um,
10,000 subscribers for that.
I don't know. I can't keep up. YouTube changes the rules on you all the time. So let's see. Final thoughts, guys. Coderman, we'll start with you. Ultimately, SEMA, was it a good time? What was your kind of final opinion of it?
Yeah, I think I had a great time. I have to say that I need to plan better next year because day one I didn't film a thing other than for you. It's just the way that it kind of went. I was overwhelmed by everything and meeting everybody, and I kind of missed that day. But luckily, I had 2 more days and got a pretty good amount of content, so I'm happy with that.
Basically, you're
and
saying we
met
ruined your
a bunch of great
event.
people.
We ruined your
What?
first day is what you're saying.
Not really. Just actually enjoyed hanging out. Like we mentioned at dinner. I don't think I've ever been in a group where I bonded with people so fast. You know what I mean? Because you would think we've been friends online forever, and now we finally met. But it's really not like that.
Right.
No, we've talked on a live,
On a live stream once.
watch,
Right.
Coderman on his live, and I've seen a couple of his videos. But we knew who each other. We've heard about each other. We kind of that's about the extent of it.
Yeah.
But it was just like this weird YouTube friendship has blossomed.
Night.
It cracked me up at one point.
Okay.
Krista goes, "We're
So-
YouTubers."
What?
It cracked me up. I don't remember where we were, but you were like, "We're YouTubers."
He said it to Santa. It was quite disturbing.
That's right. It was
who was Santa?
Santa, okay.
He was a
Santa,
restoration
you do
guy. It was where Matt was standing with that guy that had a big white blah, blah, blah,
Santa Claus.
Santa
Beard.
Claus. He kind of looked like Santa. That's when you took off to go. It was shortly after that you took off to go dance and everything.
Oh yeah, I was dancing. It was great.
And so Matt H1 was the one that actually was like, let's go down and let's go down and dance in front of this band.
You gotta be the first one, right?
And it ended up not being you being the one. It was Dave that ended up taking off and going
Wait, the first,
down.
but actually, after we ate dinner and we were standing around, didn't we attempt to go to the stage, but there was no band?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
We did, and then we also had all
stayed
that
in,
alcohol.
The same 6-foot area for quite a while.
Yes.
Like we could see our table that we had dinner, and then we moved
Yes.
to here, and then we went to that cookie dough place. Like
Oh,
we
and
were
Miss-
just within 10 feet of
and
an
Miss-
area for most of the night.
Miss Jello shot over there is like telling the waitress, "Oh, you're so pretty."
Well, she was.
No,
Nice
but
to
it
get
was
a compliment from
hilarious.
somebody.
As you have
wanted
a drink in
eyebrows.
your rear pocket.
She had her eyelashes were like really long.
And by the way, I normally do not say YouTubers, but it was funny because we were hammered and
Yeah.
I'll say it.
Yeah,
every day
Mobile
of the week, I'll
Moto, it
promote.
was
I'll be the gas
it was
station, I'll promote.
hilarious.
I'm shameless.
oh, I definitely promote.
Yeah,
We
you
know,
do.
we know.
We know.
You kept wanting to go to this place called 13 to promote things. All I know. It was crazy.
We're done now. Next.
So we ended it.
Yeah.
So Coderman says yes again to SEMA, just playing a little bit better,
Oh,
right?
did I say? I don't know. Did I say yes to SEMA?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I said
did.
yes.
We've already said it in our chat.
Come drag it down there.
We're already trying to book hotels.
Yeah,
like,
we're
this
already
is
trying to
crazy.
book our hotels.
Well, if it's cheaper.
We've
It
decided
is
that we
not.
know we need to. It's not cheaper yet. It's not at
No.
all. We've already decided that we know we need to stay near each other,
Yeah.
just so we could all stumble.
So
Lord dancing.
it's hard to see, but yeah, there's Krista.
up. You gotta raise it up.
No,
No,
he's
I
showing
can't.
it to
I can't show you
You
guys.
gotta watch it on here.
Oh, you gotta watch them here. Oh, sorry. Catch up phone.
Yeah, me and Matt were having fun down by the stage, man. It was a great
yeah.
time.
Yeah, you were.
Ever since the band played Tool, we were in it.
I know. Pickens Party of 5. What was you guys seem to have a pretty good time, and it seems like you got a lot of content, good connections.
Yeah, I would say you guys, obviously, friendships, that's number one. But we did make a lot of good, networking and some content. Hopefully it turns out okay as I start editing. So we'll find out.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, we did a lot of really deep interviews with a lot of people. So they walked us
awesome.
around their product and let us know when it's coming out. So lots to come on that.
Cool.
I was you guys videos y'all dropped of the Bronco ride thing y'all did. I liked the video y'all did today. I thought it was really good. I thought it was good how you guys put in just normal people in the video, which I thought was really cool. And of course, you put some of the instructors in too. Very good video. If you guys haven't yet, go check out their video on Las Vegas
Bronco off-rodeo.
Bronco
Yeah, the
off-rodeo.
Nevada Bronco off-rodeo. Which, if you haven't gone, please go. It's just worth it. It's really cool.
No, I'm not going.
Why?
No. I don't need instruction on how to
Which one are you going to?
So
The thing is, I
cocky.
learned a lot, and it's fun. It's a really cool environment. Whether you know it all or not,
I
it's
don't
still
know.
fun.
I don't know it all. But I don't want to pay for this one to go with me, is the thing. No, it's
Whoa,
like...
Amy. Amy.
No, it's
And
not.
we'll take
Not
you.
as rude
We'll
as that
take you.
I'm
sounds.
going.
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm going with you guys.
Well, you two have talked
$300
about...
or $400. Is that what you think about your wife?
Right.
Yeah, I think about we can spend that money here.
I think it's only $250. It's even better.
Yeah, because you get the $250 credit.
Cutter,
right?
man, you're not helping the situation here.
Because he knows you're in trouble.
No, but then there's a flight to get there, and
Just
like
like-
you guys
just
hit,
that
you
easy.
guys hit the jackpot. You guys were in the area, planned it all out, wisely planned it out.
This is my that Krista needs to drive slow in the hole.
No, it's a great video, and Krista drove slow. Yes, I did, and it was very hard.
And she kept saying, "Am I going slow enough? Am I going?"
I heard
slow
that in the
enough?"
video. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I've learned to just stay in M1 and just take your foot off the gas, and that's
Yes.
crawl mode for me.
Yep.
We saw crawl mode. It was started with Jello shots, and from there.
I had to crawl.
Yeah, he runs apparently.
Right, Coder man, you got any videos dropping anytime soon?
Well, I just put up the one today on replacing the prop rod because Ford decided to save $30 or something on the hood struts. So I put that in.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, right now I'm making just Bronco content, but I have other vehicles and I actually have other topics that my channel kind of focuses on. So I need to kind of work that in somehow. But right now it's been all Bronco.
Pickens, anything coming up?
Yeah, we'll have videos out probably
She says
like,
until the
every
end
day
of
for
the
the
year.
next 2 weeks.
Your videos will be dropping by the next SEMA.
Need to pace myself better.
I was working today. I was working on the little walk around me and Coderman did. I don't know that I have enough footage because of some person walking in front of my footage, but we'll see on that.
And I say next year we're gonna do a collab video, all three of us. I'm
No,
a little
no,
hurt
no.
that I wasn't included on this whole Coder
You know why-
Man
Oh, don't feel bad. I wasn't included either.
You know why you weren't included? Because you were getting in front of the Diesel brothers.
I was there for 10 seconds. Come on.
Yeah, and
you cut the line.
you cut.
But it was the
line,
same 10
bro.
seconds, so sorry.
Yeah. You know how much work me and Coderman can get done in 10 seconds?
That's
Wow.
what she
TMI.
said.
TMI, guys.
All right, guys. So there is our SEMA recap, and hopefully you guys had fun.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, please like and subscribe.
Like and
to all
subscribe. Go
three
watch
channels.
the videos.
This,
Pickens Party of 5, Coder Man.
this is our little brain trust. We have fun. I want to see everybody do well. Oh, by the way, Bronco Wild Outdoors hit 1,000 subs this week too. A lot of y'all's help, so I appreciate you guys helping that little channel. And any of the channels that we have on here. Tomorrow night, I have Nathan with TFL on. We're going to talk a little bit of Bronco, but it's TFL. We're probably going all over the map. Like, if you were with us for I can't think of the kid's name now. Not Timmy. Jesus. Tommy. If you're with us with the Tommy video, man, you know how that one went. It's a little bit of Bronco, and we're going to be all over the map. So come back tomorrow night. We're definitely going to have a blast doing that. Thank you to everybody who's been on here tonight, and just the silly content we've done tonight. This has been a lot of fun. Anytime we get to chat with these guys, it's always a blast. So
It's just a small smidget in what
Yes.
Vegas was.
yes,
Yeah. You get to know it's a little bit more personally.
they say
than-
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but I don't think it did.
Apparently not over the last 2.5 hours, but
Right.
Right.
So, final call. I got my drink here. What is that? What's she drinking, Kelly?
High
drink?
noon.
High noon.
I still haven't had one. I left one in Vegas.
Peach is the best and pineapple.
So cheers, everybody. Come see tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, Kelly, 4-wheel drive.
It doesn't matter what you drive.
That's right, because this has been your All-Terrain Nation. And what are we?
We're out.
Peace, everybody. See y'all.